Greetings my fellow gamers and welcome back to another video. Yes, we continue our journey on Doom Eternal. This time we are covering the Ancient Gods 1 and 2. That is the DLC for Doom Eternal. And yes, if you was following along with my channel, you will see that we did the campaign on the last video. So all collectibles on the campaign, all the base game. That's 13 missions, so quite a long video. But we got pretty much everything we need. So today we're going to go on with the Ancient Gods Part 1 and Part 2. So it's going to be all 6 missions. That's 6 total. Yeah, this one should be fun. And it's a bit more intense as well. The battles are insane. Now, before we get straight into it, please do check out the rest of the channel, guys. We've got lots of videos coming. All achievement stuff, all collectible stuff. So if you're an achievement hunter, if you just want guides to get you through 100% those games, there's plenty of videos for you there, and of course plenty of Doom as well, so do check that out. Comment below if you have any comments at all. Any feedback is always welcome. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up, it helps a lot. And yeah, hopefully we enjoy the video. So let's get straight into this one, and again I'm going to rock on with the Ancient Gods. I'm going to start with number 1, part 1. 3 missions, of course. New slot. Let's wait for this to do what it's doing. And then we're just going to go on the easiest difficulty, of course. We're here purely for the collectibles. If you really want a challenge, then by all means, mess around with the other modes. Now, you're going to get a ton of achievements on this as well. So let's just go, I'm too young to die. You're going to get a ton of achievements on this as well. So I say a ton, you know, whatever's available in the DLC itself. But the main game, yeah, there's loads of achievements in that one. Alright, so we're going to skip all the cutscenes, as always. We're going to come out here. I'm going to start the battle off. What I'm going to do in this video as well is cut out as much of the battles as I can. I'm going to try and keep these videos as short as possible. Obviously, I'm going to guide you all the way through it as well. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Alright, so go ahead, top up on ammo and all that stuff, and we're going to hit this first area and actually have a ton of enemies to deal with. So first things first, clear all the enemies on the top and bottom floor, and then we'll go from there. So I'll see you after this is done. Okay, so once all the enemies are cleared from the top and bottom, we should now have access to this room on the right side. Just so you can see it here. You can already see we've got a couple of goodies in this area. So we want to go inside all the way through. And if you haven't already, grab that blue key. And we're going to get more mobs. And just keep coming in, right? You should also keep all your perks and stuff from the campaign, I believe. Feel pretty strong right now. And, you know, some of the stuff's here. Do not use the BFG, whatever you do. Now we're going to follow the quest marker up, and I advise again clearing all these enemies out. There's a lot of enemies on this one. So go ahead and clear this lower floor. So right after you've got the blue key, clear it all up, and then we'll catch up with you after that one. Whew, that one is intense. We've got a few Baron of Hells on that one, and quite a few Arachnotrons. Right, from here, once you have cleared this lower deck, gonna head up, I believe. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm getting a bit lost now. Just gonna go through the blue door on the top left side there, just so you can see that. And we can follow it all the way through. And lo and behold, we're gonna encounter some more mobs here. Let's just clear these up nice and easy. Oh, this guy. Try not to... Oh, wrong button. Can you believe it? It didn't even kill them all. We had a BFG and it didn't even kill them. What a waste of ammo. It doesn't matter. We don't need it, to be fair. Let me see if I can switch mods. There we go. Always use the lock on if you're using the... the launcher there. Alright, so once you've cleared this room, it's going to direct you to go ahead and press this button. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to unlock that right side doorway. I'm going to use these to get some ammunition. And it's going to direct us over the opposite side there. So let's just disable that. We'll come back to that. So immediately once you've done that, I'm going to head over the edge. So where the spider or the arachnotron was shooting, just jump over the edge. Don't obviously fall off. And you're going to get your first little secret, which I guess is a secret. It's the blue orbs. We've been collecting those anyway. And that's your first one, right on the edge, on the outside, right before the quest marker there. Now we're going to head back inside. You probably noticed already on the map. Straight away in the middle of that room, we've got a Codex page. Let's go ahead and grab your Codex page. Beautiful. Now we can continue. This is where things are going to get a little bit long, you might say. Now we're going to have to go up to the top floor, and then that's how we're going to make our way over. You can kill this arachnotron before you get over there if you wish. Just makes life a little bit easier. And then just double jump, get yourself across nice and easy. Kill everything. As always, top up on ammunition. Use this to get yourself stocked up, because you're going to need to. Alrighty, now we're going to hit a checkpoint. We're going to go through this left side. So get all your ammo on this, guys, because it's going to take quite a bit to get rid of this guy. So you see at the back there, I'm not sure if you've seen these before. You got these, they look like eyes. They do turn away sometimes, but turrets, they're just known as turrets. But they do turn away if you stare at them too long, sort of thing. And there's quite a few of them in this room. So what I'd advise, go around using your long-range weapons for this. Like your shotguns are not great. So you want to use the ballista if possible. And there's a few of them dotted around. So go ahead, enter this room, and we're going to clear this one out. And I'll see you when we've cleared the room. Okay, so room has been cleared, and that was another intense battle. You need to get used to that, guys, because there's a lot of these arenas that are just full of some heavy mobs. Pretty awesome though. I do enjoy it. So once the room is cleared, we're still locked out and got a quest marker directing us to that lower level. What we need to do, if you go back to where we entered the room, you'll see you've got this little green light on the left side. You want to jump over to that. I'm going to use this platform. You'll see, by the way, we do have the Berserk power up. I would advise using that when you come back out in this area, because yet again we're going to have another battle on our hands. But on this platform, let me just show you exactly where we are. You can see it right there. I'm going to use that. Use the swing bar on the right side of it to get up to the vent on the opposite side, and just smash your way through. Follow it down, drop down, and then I believe we go back, and at the top here we're going to have an extra life. Sneaky, right? That is stuck right at the back there. Then we can proceed and drop down the hole like so. Inside we are going to get the red key. We should have the blue and the red. Can't really be missed. It's part of the main story. Now, as soon as we go back out here, it is going to get chaotic again. So use that Berserk power up when you need it. Ideally when the biggest mobs come in. So once again, I'm going to clear this area, and I'll see you after the event. Alright, another big battle. I did end up using that Berserk power. I think it's a Berserk anyway. If not, it's quad damage for a short time. It only lasts a short time, but comes in super handy. So we've got everything in this zone. We can now make our way through. And we are going to get a few mobs here as well. Let's kill this guy. We're locked in the room. Make your way through. Don't worry about the lasers. They don't deal too much damage. And you're going to come out on this side. And guess what? It's everyone's favourite friend. It's the Marauder. Go ahead and kill the Marauder. Shouldn't take too long. Just watch your health, remember. Don't let him deal too much damage. Oops. Keep topped up on ammo. There we go. That's him dealt with. Alright, that's sweet. Now, once that barrier has come down, we're actually going to go back. Now, I don't know really if this is a secret, but if we head back over to the starting zone... Oh, nearly failed then. Over to the starting zone, go all the way through. On this top floor, you'll see the red door at the back. Again, I'm not sure if this is a secret, and it is. Okay, so we're going to class this one as a secret as well. There's not much in here other than a bit of ammunition and stuff like that. So, but yeah, nice little hidden room at the back there. You can see it tucked away. Nothing else on this side. Everything has been cleared. So now once you've done that, head back out. And we're going to continue on with the mission. Same process as before, just jump across. Use the swing bar to get through. And now we're going to go into the elevator. Just drop down. And straight away, we're pretty much going to get our next collectible, which will be, which will actually be the secret encounter. So as soon as you come out of the elevator, if you take a right and you look over the barrier there, you can see we have a wall we can actually jump over, latch onto. Lower down, you can already see it. Beautiful. A secret encounter just sitting there. Mind out for the mobs. Got a couple of more of those eyes. Ideally, get rid of the eyes first. That was a miss. Wow, I'm a terrible aim from this distance. There we go. To get rid of the eyes first, and you can already see right there we have the secret encounter just tucked away under where we come out. Now we just need to use the door. And I would advise actually completing the secret encounter. Get it all done and dusted before you move on. You can, however, come back, but, you know, just to be on the safe side. I'll zap a few of these and also get rid of the arachnotron on the other side. Does cause a bit of havoc. Wow, it's terrible aim. I'm usually a better aim than that. There we go. Alright, so on here you just have to jump across, but shoot just before so the fan doesn't throw you out. Just like that. That was an epic fail, right? There we go. That's easier. Right, on the other side, kill the empowered demon, of course. And, of course, that, whatever it's known as, we're going to call them the eyes. There we go, nice and easy. Watch your health. We don't want to die here. I'm getting a bit carried away. There we go. No need to be as cocky as I am. I just wasn't paying attention there. Play it safe. Alright, once the checkpoint has cleared, we will have to make our way over to the oil rig, or I think we're already on an oil rig, but a different zone. Before we do so, you want to head to the left side, and up on this platform should be Codex Page. Nice and easy. It's right at the top there, you can see it just on the left. Now you will get your fast travels, of course, when you come back. Or should I say when you get to the end, so you can come back. But other than that, yeah. And then all you want to do here is hit the mechanism like so. You'll see the crate coming over. And then when it gets close, just jump over to the swing bar, dash, and just get yourself on top of it. It's a little bit weird. It like blocks you somehow. And it's just a case of waiting. Once you're there, you can see we can actually access the wall. So what we've got to do here is swing on the first bar, swing on the second bar, and then when we hit that second bar, we've got to shoot the fan to stop it blowing us back down, so we can latch onto the wall. So let's give that a go. So first, second, shoot. There we go. Nice and easy. Just dash, it should latch straight on. Now we've got a few more mobs to kill here. It's not going to be a big arena battle, but there will be a couple of big guys. So let them come to you so you can top up on ammo. Should have an arachnotron, I believe. So head around to the right side, just try and avoid the electronic floor. The electronic floor? The electric floor. Not electronic. So the two arachnotrons. Well, there was two. He's gone. He's out of here. And then obviously cyber mancubus, which are a nightmare. There we go. Alright, once you've cleared that up, head to the back once again. And you'll see on the top of these crates, we've got the little fuel canister. Directly opposite is a sneaky little tunnel up there. Nothing much in there other than ammunition. Go inside. It's a secret, isn't it? I've never found anything else. I don't know if there's a little Easter egg. Ah, there we go. It's a little rabbit, look. Little rabbit with... I'm not sure what they are. Some of you guys will know. If you know, post below in the comments. Right, from here, drop out. So let me just show you where that is. You can see it's right at the back there, just tucked away. If you go back on these large crates and then you jump over the yellow fence here, inside, another little sneaky secret, the blue orb. That's going to top us up nicely as well. Once we've done that, we can then progress with the mission now. I would advise being careful here. We will have a arch vial. And as I mentioned before in my previous video, they really are vile. Go ahead and the vial will appear at some point. Right after these guys, I believe. There he is. Now if you can if these guys get out of my way, oh my god. If you can disturb him pretty quick, then it will stop him spawning the other mobs. I just hate this guy, honestly. There you go. And he's out of here. Yeah, if you leave him to do his business, then he'll spawn in some crazy amount of mobs, and yeah, it might overwhelm you. So just be careful on that one. So from here, do not jump straight over. Switch to a automatic weapon. Might need some ammo. I'm out of ammo here, but never mind. And if you look directly behind you, so if you face outwards, look behind you, shoot the fan, jump across, like so, and then swing up, and it will just launch you across. Latch onto that wall, and then drop down, and prepare for another battle. Nice and easy. We need some more ammunition, so ideally we need to get the chainsaw out, right? Some little guys there. Plenty of doots on this. There we go, sweet. Again, keep that ammo up. Keep your armor and health up as well. Alright, we've kind of hit like a checkpoint now. So from here, we do have to get to the top, but you can already see in the far right corner, as you face pretty much the wall that we latched onto when we came across, head to the doorway straight ahead. I'm going to jump across to the right side. And around this corner all the way should be another codex page. Easier. Just bring that up. You can see that tucked away right around the corner, easily missed as well. Alright, so we can now continue upwards. And to do this, I want to head to the green platform, just pretty much just under it. I'm going to aim for swing bar and then latch onto the wall on the far side. Go as high as you can. In fact, you don't need to go as high as you can, just as long as you can go back on the swing bar we've just used. Swing up to the second swing bar, and then you can get up. Again, we've got some more of the eyes, so get your ranged weapons out if I've got any. There we go, one. Use your chainsaw as and when you need. There we go. Easy. Again, just keep an eye on your health on that one. We should get an empowered demon, I believe, somewhere around here. If you need health, there's some at the back. There we go. Easy. Bada bing, bada boom. Use that chainsaw. They like just spawning in, don't they? And then just work your way. Again, use your ranged. Again, once again, I advise using your weapon wheel, guys. Let me see if I've... Oh, that's the wrong button. I don't know what my weapon wheel is bound to be fair. Alright, so once we enter this area, it's actually going to lock you in, so you'll see exactly where we are. Yeah, this is going to lock you tight in, and we're going to have pretty much everything in here again. So you're going to encounter a Doom Hunter in here, Mancubus, you name it, Baron of Hell, it's all here. So go ahead, clear this area, and I'll see you on the other side. Dang, those Doom Hunters are pretty tough. Alright, once this area has been cleared as well, we can now proceed through the mission. Now, there shouldn't be anything out here. Might be some Easter eggs, maybe. I'm not aware of any, so let me just have a quick look around. We're good. Now I can proceed with the mission. Just going to head inside if I don't fall off. Let's follow it inside. Now, as soon as you enter, the quest is going to lead us up the stairway. Ignore the stairway for now and go around the back for our next collectible. It's going to be another Codex page tucked around there. Nice. You can see it right there, just behind the stairway. Nice and easy. Now, from here, there is actually a little Easter egg. You see this dead body nearby. Look at that. It's got the old classic key card. The blue key. Quite funny. Alright, so once you have that Codex page, we can now continue up. Like so. And then we are going to press the button, or attempt to. And guess who's here? Our favourite little friend. Marauder. Go ahead, let's battle it out with this guy. It shouldn't take too long. It's a bit more of a closed room, so... Nice. Pretty sweet. And we're going to press the button. Skip the cutscene. And then continue through. There shouldn't be anything in here that I'm aware of. Let's continue through. And now this is a big battle. So what we're going to do here is we're going to battle it out on the other side. It's pretty intense. And then we're going to go ahead and get our next collectible after that. Let's go. Have fun with this one. Okay, that was another crazy battle. That Titan's a beast, right? So, in this area, once you have completed it, let me just show you exactly where we are. Once you've completed it, you just want to continue on up the stairway and through the green door where the quest marker is. Gonna have a few wiggly worms now, so I'm gonna call them worms anyway. Gonna work your way through, kill all the worms, and do not go left. Kill this guy on the left, of course, but do not go through that doorway. Go straight ahead. Watch out for the worms again, and bit of armor. Now, when you go in this section, we are going to get locked in, so I would advise getting your finest weapon. Because this is going to get a bit insane. The lock-on RPG is probably best. To go inside, and then prepare to turn around and face a Titan, I believe it is. Oh, okay, next room. Keep going, keep going. There we go. It locked us in. Go ahead, clear that Titan up. Nice and easy. If you prepped for it, it's pretty easy. And once you've done that, you can see we have the Slayer Gate key on the right side. We're going to get that now. But before we do so, go straight through to the room, and inside, you're going to get yourself the Automap. Nice. So once you've got the Automap, turn to the left as you face the Automap. On the crates. Top up with ammo if you need to. And if you look off the edge of the map towards the Automap direction, you'll see we've got a couple of swing bars. Now, what we've got to do here is use the first one, get onto the second, and then swing around to the right side, straight into the vent. Now, you can just see on the platform ahead there that we do have an eyeball. Ignore that. We can get that when we hit the platform. It won't do enough damage to warriors. So, drop down. Like so. Swing all the way to the right, and bam, we're in. Now we can deal damage to it if we wish. There we go. I can't leave it unattended, right? And you can see we've got this section right here. And inside, we can go and follow it through. And bam. We have the Slayer Gate key. Excellente. Now we can go back the way we came. And of course, we do have access to the Slayer Gate. Now, I believe we're safe. Now, just be aware, guys, you will need to complete the Slayer Gate to get the support rune. If you don't complete the Slayer Gate, you won't get that support rune. So, make sure you do get that rune as well. And then once you've done that, we can just proceed through the next part. Obviously, top up with any kind of ammo or whatever you need. And now in this area, we are going to clear a few mobs again. I don't think it's going to be too strenuous, actually, so I might stick around for this. Let's gang them all up like so. Easy peasy. There should be a Cyber Incubus, as you can see in the distance there. Let's get the turrets on him, nice and easy. It's got a bit of distance. Nice, nice. Top up on ammunition. Beautiful, nice and easy. I've got a couple of Hell Knights that's giving us hell. And these silly robots, man, they do my head in. Kill them as quickly as possible when they keep blocking the pathway like that. Kill everything in sight. Like I say, top up on your ammunition if you can. Make sure that armor is up to standard. Kill the dude at the top. Here's me talking as if they're all going to be in the same place as mine. Right, clear the area. All done. All dusted. And you're going to get that checkpoint again. Now head to the top. And you'll see the quest marker leading you into that side room. Ignore that. And opposite will be another room. And if you follow it to the very end, you can see we've got the diving suit. Now, from here, grab that diving suit. Jump on top of the device above it, and you'll see we can smash our way into the vent at the back there. It's another little secret for us. Now we can drop down, and what we're going to do here is press the green button on the right side. So let me just bring that map up. You can see where that vent is. You can see which direction we came from. And we came up the stairway. It should be this button on the right side. Go ahead and press that. It's going to do something to these devices on the outside. It's going to open them up for us. So once we've done that, we're going to head out doorway. Take a right. Do not follow the quest. Take a right, and we're going to go back down the stairway all the way to the bottom. And if you look out, we have 3 devices. You want to jump in the water. You can see we've got the water below. We do have the diving suit. Jump in the water, and this left side should have an opening. All 3 of them are open, but the left side is what we want, so let's go ahead and do that. Grab these water canisters as well, or diving canisters. Allows us to breathe longer. And just make your way through, smash your way through. Dash is ideal, and then get yourself out, and boom. Got yourself the next secret encounter, which Might be a bit intense being as it's in closed spaces. Of course, I'm not going to do it for this video, but it is there for you, so you can see if I can show you right there. Central one does have a bit of BFG ammo. Right, once you've done a secret encounter, drop out. Back in the water, head out. Top up on your canister. Now, I am going to go for the middle one because I want the ammo. If you need it, grab it. And then head to the very end one. There's nothing in the end one, but if you look opposite it, you can see we've got another... Oh, a bit too far there. We've got another vent. Follow it through all the way up. Top up on oxygen. Smash through the vent and another secret area with a blue orb. You can see right there, that's where we are. Tucked away nicely. Again, just watch your health on the oxygen and stuff, and then just head back out and we can actually get the hell out of it. And then to get out, I know it's a bit tricky sometimes, just at the bottom of the stairway there. Just grab the ledge. It's a bit awkward sometimes, a bit glitchy. Now we can proceed. This area has been done. Let me just bring the map up there. You can see we do have 3 more collectibles to get, I believe. Again, you can see we do have the rune. Obviously, I have the... let me just bring the suit up real quick. I've maxed out all these, obviously, by doing the main campaign, so you do keep all this anyway. And if we go on to the map there, it will highlight everything that we need to collect. That rune is from completing this layer gate, so let's get that one done. So, follow it through. Don't worry too much about the damage. And in this area, I'm going to get a couple of mobs, so top up on ammo if we can. Get that chainsaw in use. And what we're going to do is hit the device here. Wow, where did they come from? Get out of my face, fools. And what we need to do is hit this device, hit the button, and that crate is going to swing its way across to this left side. I'm going to do the same again as what we did before and use that bar to get across. So let's hit that like so. Wait for it to get a little bit nearer. It gives us a bit of time. And now we're going to jump just as it's approaching and launch our way across. Easy. And it's just a case of sitting and waiting. Now what we're going to do is aim for this wall, so just wait till it stops. It won't go any further. Jump, dash, dash, dash. You've got the refill as well. Make your way to the top and then climb out. And then you're going to have 2 options. You can go left to where the quest marker takes us, or you can head to the right side. We're going to head to the right. Do not hit these barrels, by the way. So head to the right and all the way around the corner. Aside from this guy, so let's just lure him in. He's just destroyed it all for us. If you do get one of these guys, just get rid as quickly as possible. There we go. Shouldn't be too bad. Now follow it all the way again. Clear any mobs along the way that are just being a pain. And at the very end should be an extra life. Nice and easy. Now once you pick up this extra life, we are going to get another big mob in. Oh, and it's our favourite. The Vile. The Arch Vile. I can disturb him. If you disturb him, he will not spawn all the mobs. I'm going to top up. Kill 1 Arch Vile with a blood punch. Nice. Got a bit of a challenge there. So once you're topped up, good and ready to rock and roll, we can now proceed with the quest. So yet again in here we are going to have another big battle. So I'm going to battle it out and I'll see you guys after the event. Okay, room cleared, another one done, out the way. Now we can continue on and head where the mission marker takes us, right through that back doorway. You can see it just there. I'm going to come to this room here. This one's a little bit awkward as well. I'm not going to use the BFG. If you can avoid that electronic floor... The electronic... Why do I keep saying electronic? It's electric, Carl. Come on. Get with the beat. You know what? Do you know when you're recording, it's... I don't know. Maybe some of you have noticed your memory tends to just disappear. Think of all these things, and then when it comes to it, it's like, herp derp. Quite funny though. Alright, just clear everything in this area. It shouldn't be too bad a mission, to be fair. Oops, I would have liked to have got armor there, but make sure you got plenty of ammunition, health, all that jazz. And we do have another eyeball at the bottom. Wait till he turns up. Come on, son. Come on. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Alright, so once you have cleared all this, I'm going to head to the top right corner. I think that's where the quest marker actually takes us. There we go. Should hit that checkpoint. I'm going to grab that arm. Oh. That was lucky. Bit of armor there. So, follow where the quest marker takes us, and you'll see at the back there, do not go through the room. Grab the little dive suit. We're full anyway. If you're not full, then go ahead and grab it. And then you want to jump into the water. So let me just show you exactly where we are. It's a little bit awkward, actually. So we're going to aim for this tube. I want to jump into the water. There should be an opening at the back on the right side. Top up with oxygen. And inside, you're going to get yourself another sneaky little blue orb there. Again, use dash to get yourself through it quicker. There you go. And then we can just hop out of that one. Just follow it around. It's a little bit sluggish, but we'll get there in the end. Now we can proceed with the mission. Not too far to go, actually. I want to follow it through now. Pretty much got a couple more things to do. Alright, so once you're in the water, watch your oxygen in, watch out for the sharks on the left. Head to the quest marker. Now, you have to be very careful here, guys. Follow me very carefully, otherwise you can miss this one, and even the fast travel won't help you. Again, just watch out for the sharks on the left, but aim directly for where the mission marker took us, and then jump out of the water. Like so. Now what we're going to do is follow it along. We are going to have a couple of battles here. Like so. Go ahead, clear everything up. Just work your way through. Pick up all the ammo and health you can. Again, look on the bottom left. Keep an eye on what you've got. Make your way through it again. You can see on the other side. We have another eyeball. So we're going to get rid of the eyeball first with the ballista. If I have any ammo, that is. Kill everything inside. Oh, there's two guys. Okay, I didn't see this one. That's fine. You know what? I didn't actually realise there was a Titan on this level. Oh, these shield guys. I mean, if you need to use your BFG, go ahead and use it. These are the times when it's probably needed most, to be honest. There you go, he's out of it. He's out of it. Alright, back to the ballista. Top up on ammo once more. Corridor just get a bit hectic. One more. Wait for him to pop his head. There you go. Beautiful. Alright, so we've got the checkpoint. I'm going to continue through. Like so. This is going to take us back into the water. Now, this is the important part, guys. So once you drop into the water, it's going to give us another quest marker. I don't think we can see it quite quite here. No, we can't quite see it, but it's going to put us back into the water, give us another quest marker, and we've got to aim that direction. So jump in the water, obviously top up on oxygen, and head to the quest marker. And then we're going to climb out, and then immediately climb back in. So climb out the water. It's important we do this. You hit that checkpoint, and we're going to drop into the water again. And then continue following it around. You'll see the section that's got the 3 red lights or the 4 red lights around it. Head over to there. Basically clockwise. Not the central section. And hop out on this section. If we can. And then head back pretty much the direction we came, but obviously indoors this time. And at the very end of here, we're going to get a unique extra life. It's actually a 2-up. As you can see, we've got a 2-up. We get 2 extra lives. Pretty sweet, right? Pretty sweet, I have to say. Now we can continue. And we've pretty much got one more collectible to get. So as you go in, let's get some oxygen here. This platform's going to raise. And I believe we need to drop down inside. And if you look dead center, we get the last collectible, smash through the wall. I believe it's a blue orb. I can't remember. Unless it's just a... Maybe there's an Easter egg in here. I'm not too sure. I think it's a blue orb that we pick up because we smash through it quite quickly. And that should be the last of the collectibles on this level. Now it's pretty much done anyway. Just latch onto the wall. Get this quest done, dusted, and out of the way. And just work our way up. Get up before it's too late. It's just, should we BFG it? Yeah, why not? Wow, that didn't do anything to the to the empowered demons. In fact, it didn't do anything to the eyeballs either. It was a bit of a waste. There we go, nice, quick and easy. That should finish the mission. That should be everything, I believe. Don't punch it. Don't punch it. Beautiful.
Has been in possession of the Seraphim since before your time. It is a relic from their past.
Right, this is going to be the last battle, guys. So go ahead, battle it out. You have little marauders here again. 2 of them, in fact. So enjoy those. And I'll see you in the next mission. So for this next one, we are actually going to enter the Ark Carrier, which is, I guess, another safe haven. But there isn't actually any collectibles on this one, so we're going to skip straight ahead. But I just wanted to bring you here anyway, just in case you got a little bit confused there. If you want to look around, by all means do so. There's a few cool things around here, nice little ship, but we're going to get straight on with the next mission. Now, the mission before I did forget to mention is actually the UAC Atlantica facility, so just in case you was wondering. And this next one, we're going to move straight into the Blood Swamps. This is a good one, but I think it's quite long, unless you're using like the cheat codes and stuff like that. It can be a little bit long, but we're going to get straight to it. No messing. Again, just keep an eye on your ammo, stuff like that. We're going to get through it as fast as we can. But for this one, aim right up in the air and then just dash straight across. And then you can just wipe everything out from this point. There we go. Everyone's coming up with us. That's funny. Yeah, you might not want to wrestle much on that one, but... Oh wow, another one. Yeah, not the wisest choice. My health is super low. Kill this giant worm. He's nasty, man. Nasty. Keep an eye on your health there, guys. Don't go too crazy. It's not worth risking, but we're going to chop this guy up like so. There we go, nice and easy. Oh, wonderful. We have a doot. Don't worry if you fall down, you can just use that wall to get yourself back up. I'm getting a bit eager now. Probably not the best way to actually go about doing this. I've done this wrong anyway. So just to aim up in the air for that one. It launches you straight up, no problem. Alright, we do have a bit of health. Once you've killed the worm, I would advise getting your double shotgun, your super shotgun out for this. And dashing over. Then top yourself up. With ammo, health, armor, everything you can, because everyone's favourite friend is about to appear. Yes, it's the Marauder. Oh, and we've got a pinky just to add to the occasion. There we go. Sweet. In comes the Marauder. We are low on ammo, so this is going to be a bit annoying. I'll give him a punch instead. I'm going to switch to this gun. Let's keep him dazed there. We can get some ammo from this little guy as well, which is nice. May as well stick with the ballista. Keep him dazed. Ouch. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. Nice and easy. Pretty straightforward. Alright, stay away from your BFG, of course. Don't want to waste the ammo on that. Just for reference, stay away from these egg-type things. They will explode and cause that poison if you get near them, and then they will regenerate. So, alright. So, pretty much from where we landed from the worm, you'll meet the Marauder, and then to the left of that, you'll see where the flames are coming out the wall. Kill the Hell Knight that pops up. Get him out of the way. And pretty much where he came from, if you drop down on the floor and look to the left, just bring that gap up right there. Boom, smash straight through it. Go up, get some health if you need to. You're going to launch yourself onto that back wall. Follow it all the way around, and you're going to get your first, what will be, support room. Now, we've got obviously only 3 to collect on this one. Destroying a weak point generates concussive blast. When a demon causes extra life to activate, it can be killed. Blood punch deals double damage. I'm going to go for the blood punch. I don't really need to worry about dying anytime. And that's your support rune out the way. Now from here, we go back. So where the Marauder came from, if you look to the left side there, you'll see that chain swinging around. We're actually going to climb up there. So head to the left. Just off the steps here to the right. Right next to the swinging chains at the back, we're going to climb the wall. We'll get a few enemies here as well. Just nuke them. And then we're going to dash straight across. I think this is the way you have to go anyway. I'm going to drop down. More mobs, of course. Just be prepared. Switch weapons here. Once you've got that, you can pick up your rad suit or protection suit, whatever you'd like to call it. And then we're just going to drop in the water here. In fact, let's just jump straight over there, get some ammunition. So you're going to drop straight in the water, and directly underneath the platform we was on, Codex page. So wait. And from here, we're going to continue underneath. Just follow it through, and don't worry, there is we'll grab that armor on the way through. There is another toxic suit for us to top ourselves up with. You can dash through to make it quicker, by the way, and then you'll come out on this side. Now as soon as you come out, you're gonna be greeted with the auto map. Nice and easy. And from here, turn around, continue the mission, and we've got a bit of a party to attend to. Oh, and look what we have here. Baron of Hell. Like I say, this will be a little bit harder if you haven't done the main campaign already. Let's just top up on ammunition here. Because you ain't going to have all the perks and all that stuff. Now, once you've cleared this area, you will see at the back side here, we do have the breakable wall. And inside, extra life. Just get that up there for you. Right there, just like that. Can't miss it. Nice and easy. You can pretty much see exactly where that is. Now from here, I'm going to continue up. So it's just a case of jumping up to the eggs. Don't stand there too long. Just follow it all the way around. Onto the wall. And then straight into the center now. As soon as you activate this skull pedestal, the gate will rise. And we will get ourselves a little mancubus coming along. So let's go. That's going to open the main gates. That's pretty much where the Marauder came out of. He got deaded. Alright, if you look to the right, you can now see that main gate is open. We're done with this zone. Moving to the next. Alright, checkpoint.
That's the key that opens the entrance to the Father's tomb.
So, from what you can see here, it looks pretty damn awesome, I have to say. This is basically the last battleground that we're going to enter. It won't actually be in this video because we don't need to go that far. Obviously, you will to progress, but... and there's basically two doorways, one on the right there and one on the left. Both are locked at the minute, but I think as soon as we go over there, basically going to allow us to choose which gate to go through. There we go. And we're going to start with the right side. You can go left if you wish, but if you want to follow this this video easier, follow me to the right side. I'm actually going to top up on ammunition here as well. Always good to keep topped up. So we're going to head to the right side first, pretty much as you face the demon at the back there. You just want to head up the rocks now. Follow it all the way along. And pretty much going to have to do a little bit of a task. This gets a bit intense. Oh, we've got whiplash. I forget we have whiplash. Hate these creatures. Probably, again, I've probably mentioned throughout the videos that I've posted on Doom that I hate them things. You just want to follow it all the way. Just kill everything you can along the way. Top up on ammo wherever you can. And you'll get to the top. There's nothing here as far as I'm aware. And of course, guys, if you know any little secrets that I've missed on here, Easter eggs, that kind of thing, do let me know. And then we're going to jet straight across to the other side. It is a bit of a leap, that is, so you're going to have to use all your jumps and stuff. Now, you'll start getting injured here, so jump down. You're going to get this green wolf or hound appear. You need to stay in the circle that's around it. And then it's going to jump into these like shrine type things, and then you've got to basically hold the fort in another sense. So have fun with that. Let's go through it all. We're going to get through all of this nice and easy. It gets a little bit more difficult, but you know, we're on easy mode, so just keep yourself topped up with ammo. You can't go wrong with them. Just going to monster through them. Empowered demon. Turret time. Beautiful, beautiful. Plenty of ammunition. If it is stuck on here, just kill everything you see in sight. There you go. Once you start getting damaged again. And the wolf catches me out every time. Whoa. There we go. I actually wanted to gain ammo there. Like I say, it gets increasingly harder, but it's not hard at all, really. Beautiful. Oh, we got whiplashing. I hear them. I hear them. Wow, it didn't last long, did it? This is two. Brought friends as well. Hell Knight is in. Just keep an eye on that health, remember. And top up on ammo once again. This is probably like the slowest part of it, to be honest. But again, we're on the easiest difficulty. It's not as if we're got much of a challenge here. Now back with the wolf. And look, it'll go back and then forward every time I sort of chase him backwards and then realise he's going to go forward. So Watch that health again. It's going to be even more difficult. Here we go. Let's get rid of the big boys as soon as possible. Easy peasy, right? This seems easier than easy mode on the normal campaign, but... Alrighty, checkpoint reached. Chase that wolf. Let's go. Almost there. Alrighty, here we go again. Just again, watch out for your ammunition. Shield his guys are a pain. Doesn't seem so bad, but no, we've got no fuel. Again, if you're going to top up with fuel, do it against the shielded guys. That way you get to dodge it all. Alright, now we've got something nasty. Oh, it's what do they call these guys? Oh, he didn't last long. Forget what they're called. Spectra? Oh, a Baron of Hell in such a tight space. Again, watch your armor. I do believe we can actually exit the space, but it's not going to do us any favors. Do not use your BFG, it's not worth it. Or the D-maker, unmaker, whatever you want to call it. Alright, checkpoint reached. Back with the wolf. Let's go. We're in the final area. We're going to have the last one, I believe, before we can then go and grab some more goodies. Oh, and yet again we have the eyeball. Oh, and lo and behold, the Marauder. Come on. Once you know how to handle the Marauders, pretty straightforward, to be honest. Ow. Ow. How dare he? See him just popping us with his little gun, look. Luckily it doesn't deal too much damage, so yeah, a bit of a relief. There we go. Area cleared. Sweet. Now we can rest easier and go ahead and top up on ammunition. Alright, so the quest marker is pretty much asking us to activate that skull pedestal. Before anything, ignore all of that. There's the main gate. Let me just show you exactly where we are here. And you can see it all from there. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a couple of loops now. So if you face the skull pedestal with the gate on your right side, I'm going to head to the left into the swamps. And if you look at the back left here, you'll see the two platforms that we've got there. I'm going to jump across like so. And then we're going to launch ourselves right across again and up to this wall on the top. You can see exactly where we came, this direction. Now, I'm not going to show you on the way back, but if you stand where the egg is, where we originally jumped over, there is another yellow bar that will actually take you in a circle, and it'll pretty much, you go this way around all the way to the top, and you'll get a suit of armor, whatever it's called. It's not quite armor. Obviously, we found a secret area, and then as you get to the gap on your left, if you look down, there we have Codex page. Boom. Just like that. We come up the wall and we just drop down. Now what we're going to have to do, we can't actually get back up there, unfortunately. So we're just going to drop back down, come all the way through again. I believe I've gone the right way, yeah. Dash our way through, all the way back to that main gate. And we're going to go exactly the same route as we did before. So there's the main gate. There's the skull pedestal. There's that armor I was talking about. If you want to take the long route, that is up to you, but we're not going to do it in this video. I'm going to go back onto the platform. There's the egg platform. Take the right for the suit. Jump across. Dash, double dash if you need to. And then make it all the way through. Now follow this pathway. And then just drop down at the end. Doesn't matter how. There's nothing at the bottom. And then go back on yourself where the little bit of armor is. Break through the wall. Follow it through. Climb the next wall. Bit of a mission, right? And then on top, we can actually smash this cube just like so. Boom. Easy. Drop down. And then head to the right. Drop down again. Latch onto the wall. Jump across. And inside. Up the launch pad there. Boom. Got a secret encounter. And of course, it's going to open that front gate for us. You probably noticed this if you did have a scout around. You probably noticed it was locked behind that gate. So you do have to come in that way. And you can see there exactly where it is. Nice and easy. Pretty straightforward, right? Not too shabby. Alright, so from here, now we can continue on, I believe. I'm going to go back to the main gate. Just head to on the right side there. All the way through. Use that dash. And we're going to go to the skull pedestal, of course. Nice and easy. All the way around. I'm just going to activate that gate. Jump over to the door, the main door, and just wait for them to open up. Alright, so this is where the fun begins as well. So we get two of these areas. Basically what we've got to do is reach the top doorway as fast as we can. Once we activate this mechanism on the left, we then have to latch onto the wall and sort of make our way up as quickly as possible. Because what happens is this, I don't know what this is, this gas or whatever it is at the bottom, this rises over time. And if we're not quick enough, it basically consumes us. So the way we do it is we'll latch onto this piece. They'll drop down the metal bars there. We'll latch onto the wall there, jump at the back, jump over to the launch pad, and then we'll jump onto this platform here, onto there, onto the wall. And I believe just above us is another wall, over to here, over to the top of this section here, onto the bar, into the gap there. Sounds complicated, but it really isn't. All I'd advise is getting like the machine gun, whatever this is called, with the, you know, lots of ammo so you can shoot. We've got some targets to shoot on the way up, so let's give it a go. Hit the mechanism, jump across like so, shimmy around, and you can see the floor is rising, so jump like so as fast as we can. Now when we hit the bar, latch onto that and then jump up, dodge the cannons here. You will get hit, it doesn't matter. Jump across again, nice and quick. Central section, and then just launch yourself across onto the bar and boom. And now once you're onto this platform, it's not going to rise any further, so you can rest your weary soul, and then we can proceed with all the goodies. All right, so now what we're going to do is work our way up. So let's just use these platforms here to work our way up. These will drop down, so you've got to be a little bit quick. You haven't got to be crazy, and then use the swing bar. Get yourself across like so, and then up to the top, nice and easy. Watch out for the worms. Top up on ammo if you need be. Check your health, check everything. May as well use what we've got here. More worms. Worms galore, right? Of course there's going to be one more. And at the top, we are going to have a bit of a battle here. So let's just switch to the ballista. Let's get this eyeball out our way, like so. And now what we're going to do, we're going to have, I believe it's a new mob called the Spirit. And it basically, you'll have an enemy that turns blue. And then when you kill it, it has like a blue soul of some sort. And what you will need to do is you will need to switch to your plasma rifle. And if you use the mod, see how it locks on there, the mod, just lock it onto any target. When that soul comes out, you then click and it does that, it does its thing, basically. Alright, we've got an empowered demon. There you go, there's the soul already, and you see it's trying to... It was too slow there. There we go, let's switch back if we can. Weapon wheel is ideal. Alright, let's kill everything, and then we'll worry about killing the blue guy. There we go. There we go. Alright, so now we'll try and kill this guy. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Where are you, weapon? I don't know my button for the weapon wheel. And there you go, there's the soul. And then you consume it. Just like that. Easy. Takes a bit of getting used to, but once you've done it, it's a piece of cake. Alright, once you have cleared this area, you can see exactly where we are here. As you face the large launch pad, look to the right side and tucked away in the corner. Beautiful. Blue orb. That is another collectible, I suppose. We always collect them, don't we, anyway? So, and then you want to go up like so. Latch onto that wall. And then in this zone, I don't believe there's anything hiding in here. So, pretty much we're going to have a big battle going on. So as soon as you stand on that platform, it's going to create a large battle, and you want to kill everything in here. Then you're going to pick up basically half of one of those coins. I'm not sure what it is. And we're going to get teleported back to that central point where we were earlier on, where we had to choose left or right on the doors. So go ahead, stand on this green platform and just waste every single enemy, and I'll meet you back in the central area. Okay, that was an insane battle, I have to say. What we're going to do now is grab that piece of the coin, or whatever you'd like to call it, token. And here we are. It basically places it on this cube on the right side here. And if we take the left path now, basically at the end of that, we're going to get the other side. And you're going to have a little bit of a boss fight. It's pretty cool, actually. So now we're going to head to the left. So as you face the back, you'll see the right side is now locked down. It's all red. Can't go back. You will be able to go back later on, by the way, so if you missed anything, you will be able to use the fast travel. So let's get through this. Let's go back with something a bit more healthy. There we go. Super shotgun. Make your way up. Usual case of... Oh, lovely. An empowered demon. There we go. Nice and easy. What whiplash? Someone say whiplash? Just want to go all the way through now. Just watch out for the eggs as well. You don't want to get poisoned to death. Now, once you reach the eye, wait for it to pop back up. There you go. Clear out the little guys. And right next to pretty much where the eye was, the turret, if you like. I think it's called a turret. You'll see this swing bar. Let's just chainsaw him to get some ammo. You'll see the swing bar, and there's an... Hey, excuse me. Trying to record here. You want to switch to the ballista again, because we're going to have another eye over there. So we're going to jump, like so. Just be careful using the ballista, because it will actually force us backwards. And once you've jumped across, basically, obviously shoot the eye, directly underneath where that suit of armor is, or the armor on the top. See the swing bar on your right. Underneath there is an extra life, so just jump inside and boom, there we go. Nice and easy. Then we can just jump back up. I would advise killing the turret or the eye first, and from here we're going to launch ourselves up to just above where the armor is, and then we're going to drop down into the next zone like so, and we're going to be entering this new area. And you guessed it, we have another buff totem to deal with. So ideally switch weapons. You want to go through and get rid of these guys. They're becoming a bit of a pain. So we need to get rid of the buff totem. So what you need to do here is head to the left side and climb up and then over. And then switch weapons to your shotgun because, lo and behold, ooh. This guy's a pain. I'm just going to tackle him now. Get some ammunition if you need to. Once you've cleared the Marauder again, it's pretty much a case of... Oh, here comes the dog now. Got away with it that time. You can get 2 shotgun hits with him. It reloads quick enough if you've got the reload perk. Beautiful. Alright. So that gets rid of the buff totem. Let's get rid. And we're going to top up with ammunition, get what we can. Alright, so once you've done that, we've got to actually move a few things around. So pretty much where the buff totem was as you face it, look to the left side and there's a bit of a wall up there. You can actually just jump, dash straight onto it, and then straight over the opposite side. We'll find the skull pedestal. Go ahead, activate that. It's going to allow us access to the cube. Now what you want to do here is drop down and go back around pretty much where we came up. Oh, we got this guy. So I'm going to switch weapons here real quick. Again, I don't know what button my weapon wheel is, so I can't go through there. Okay, here we go. Almost dead. Use that mod and go ahead and suck the life out of this soul. Beautiful. Top up with ammunition. Easy. Kill everything in sight. Beautiful. Now we can proceed. Again, come out where we pretty much began. You see the graphic of where the cube should be. Head to the left, and now you have access to this cube. I'm going to jump up here real quick because there's a bit of armor. Every little helps. And then just climb up to where the cube is. There's nothing in this area specifically. Just follow it all the way through. I'm going to drop down into this next zone now. This one's going to get pretty hectic as well. I believe we do have a Doom Hunter in here, so be prepared for another big battle. So drop down and just, yeah, have fun with this. So clear out what you can. Top up with ammo. Watch your health. Get rid of the eyeballs. Come on, son. There we go. That's one out of the way. There we go. Check your health. And we should be good for a minute or two. And then what you want to do, you'll see we have the cube at the back that we can't actually access. Let me see if this is accessible now. But what you want to do, where the red cube is, go to the back water here. If you look down underneath, you can smash through. Going to lower that water for us, and of course there's a one extra life in there. Beautiful. We need all the lives we can. And then we need to jump up on the right side there. Nice and easy. He didn't last long. Just dodge all the flames and stuff. Oh, my bad. Almost missed it. So once you jump up on the right side where these rotating chains are, just smash this bit of bridge here. Not too bad at all. Oh, and it's the worm we have. It's. I did think we had a. There we go. He's dead. And then of course we have a Doom Hunter. There we go, he didn't last too long, did it? These are usually a little bit more difficult than usual. Once you've cleared the area, top up on ammunition, naturally. And then at the back of this cube, we can now actually smash it into place, and you can see it's knocked down the wall there. All we need to do is climb the wall, head up to that left side. Watch out for the chains, of course, and the cannons. although they're not too bad. Grab as much ammo as you can. And then just swing across. And that's it for this area. Ooh, we do have a sneaky little thing in the back here. By all means, grab your ammo if you need to. Let me just show you exactly where that is. So you can see exactly where we are. Nice and easy. Then go ahead, continue the mission, smash through the green wall, and then drop down. Nothing in this first bit of area. Gonna work our way down. Ooh, and things are gonna get a little bit cozy now. So, first and foremost, kill everything in this zone. It gets a bit mental. I believe there will be another Doom Hunter. You want to prep your blue plasma rifle as well. Lock on, get rid of this guy as fast as you possibly can. Beautiful. That's going to help us a ton. Right now, we need to get rid of this Spectra. And I believe we do have a Doom Hunter somewhere. Again, just be careful of your health on this one. Just keep moving. If things do get difficult, keep moving. There's the Doom Hunter. So we're going to battle it out. Alright, he's almost done. Beautiful. Now this won't clear, by the way. There'll still be all this smog and stuff. But plenty of health around and stuff like that. Now once this has all been cleared, once you're done and dusted, I'm going to head to the back there. You'll see the quest marker pretty much takes us up a bit. If you go to the left of the quest marker, we do have a little bit of a safe zone. Obviously these eggs will activate. You want to jump up and then onto the platform. There you go. To jump up, grab what you need. Up onto the platform now. Gonna have to be a little bit quick on this one, so let's just go through. You'll see we have this mechanism and it gives us a little bit of a cutscene we can't skip. Let's wait for that to be done. So what we need to do here is activate the mechanism. Use the swing bar to then swing across, I believe, to somewhere over there. And then we need to swing through the gate before it closes. And we'll get to the other side. So we've got to be really quick here. I would advise dashing. So smash, jump, dash, dash as quickly as you can. Dash. Nope. Failed. Failed miserably. I ran out of dash. It wouldn't let me go. Takes a couple of attempts. So let's do it a bit quicker here. Let's go, go, go. Smash, jump, jump, dash. Jump, dash. There we go. Made it through. And then lock on to that wall. And then once you're up this side, immediately turn around. And there's a wall we can smash through. Does have a bit of a suit of armor for us. Not really a secret, but I'll put it on there anyway. Just a little added extra. So let me just see if we can get a better viewing on this. So we did come from this side all the way around, basically. And we went underneath that and then back up. Right, now for this next bit, we're going to jump over. And pretty much top up with ammunition and stuff. Grab the armor if you need to. Otherwise, get rid of these guys. What you need to do is activate the pedestal. The skull pedestal. And it's going to activate this this launch pad. We're going to come back to here. You can see we've got the secret encounter there, but we'll come back to that. So use the launch pad on the right to get yourself over. And walk your way through. Don't get caught out by all these things. Go ahead, clear this area. We have worms. We have pretty much everything in here. Titan, everyone's worst nightmare. And an invisible... a visible bunch of enemies, actually. Oh my god. Whiplashes, hate them. Are they dead? Did they die? No, there it is. believe we're good. Keep away from that Titan if you can help it. Obviously, it will come for you eventually. But, these don't take too long. If you want to use your BFG for this, by all means do so, but I'd advise not to. There we go. Alrighty. It was a little bit intense. Can catch you out that, so just be careful. Let's just grab what we can here. So let's just go back to where we pretty much entered this area. And you'll see we have the giant skull. Just to the right side of that, you go to the far side. There's a little nook under the water that drops you down. And you want to enter inside, dash through, and then dash all the way out. Climb out if you can. And we find ourselves a little secret area. And a wonderful empowered demon. Clear the Mancubus. Wow, looks like I'm a little bit out of ammo. And then as you progress through, you'll see on the opposite side, at the very end there, Codex page. Let's bring it up. You can see exactly where we are. So if you look, I believe it's somewhere down here. We actually come through and it will take us out. Something like that. Right, grab all the ammo. And if you jump back to the middle section, there's nothing below. And then just halfway down, you see this black ledge. We can actually climb up and get out this way. It's going to take us back pretty much where we came from. You want to jump down and then continue with the mission. I'm going to go back to the main gate, exactly where we were before. And we've got another battle on our hands. So weaken this guy. And let's switch weapon here real quick to plasma. There we go. Lock on. Like I say, the sooner you can get rid of the soul, or what, I don't know what they're called. This guy, he's got to get out of my face. There we go. Alright, so once the gate is down, once again, we are not going to be touching, the skull pedestal or the main gate. So what we're going to do is head to the left this time. So as you face the steps, I'm going to follow it around to the left side. And you want to drop down. You can go left, but we're not going that direction. So you want to drop down to the right side. Just be careful of that gap. It is a little bit hollow there. And follow it all the way through and then jump up at the top. And then jump over, smash through, and we pretty much find a secret area. So activate the skull pedestal. It's just going to open that door for us. We can actually get through nice and easy. Top up with armor if you need to. And then go ahead, smash the cube. And then inside we can actually drop down. And as you can see, we can now actually do the secret encounter. Let me just bring that up right there. This is the way we came before. If you remember, we used this launch pad to get around the back there. But yeah, you can do the secret encounter, top up on armor and stuff like that, and then proceed with the mission. Now to continue, we're going back up the cube, because this is I believe this is the main direction you can already see anyway. And we're just going to follow it through now. Not this way. Back to the main gate, and we can actually now activate the skull pedestal. Nice and easy. And we're going to actually open the main doors again and be presented with another one of those areas we've got to rush through. Let's just skip that cutscene. And it's the same as before. So I'm going to switch to a more suitable weapon. This one will do. It's the same as before, except for we're going a different path. Obviously different layout. The floor is going to rise, or the smog is going to rise. Hit that platform over to there, climb up. I think we go through out this direction. Something along those lines. I think we go through the top there or something like that. Same principle, so let's give it a go. Gotta be fast. Mechanism, jump, dash, dash, jump across, dash. We do have cannons and jump across them as well. Launch yourselves across and then shoot and then latch onto that wall. Meet it to the left side there. And then we're going to stand in the middle this time. Shoot the target on the opposite side and then dash through. And then make our way up higher. It is still rising at this point. And then the final one on the launch pad. Boom. Nice and easy. And then once you're at this point, I don't believe it will do anything to us. So you do have to get past that central section. Now once you've reached the top, the quest marker does direct us out this doorway. You want to take a left. And on this left side, boom. A little bit of a secret. Some BFG ammo. So if it was something you wanted to use, you could have used the BFG a bit earlier on. Now we're going to continue on across the way. Another good location to top up on ammunition. Now we've got a bit more platforming to do after we get rid of a bit of overkill on that, but you know, sometimes needs must. I'm going to switch to the super shotgun. So again, we've got some platforming to do. I'm just going to swing on the bars here, and we've got to aim to pretty much get up at this section here. So let's use the bars on the right there. Just swing it over to 1, over to 2, and you should be able to dash your way onto this platform nice and easy. And we're going to wait for this guy. He's got to go get rid of the pain elemental as soon as possible. There we go. Not so bad. And then once you're on this main platform, let's just show you right here where we are. You want to aim for... I want to stand on this platform actually. And aim for the wall we can latch onto. Climb up. Grab some armor. And then directly opposite you'll see we have a wonderful Codex page. And there's not actually too many collectibles left for this level. So go ahead. This is a long jump by the way. So you're going to have to use it right to the edge. Double dash as well. And boom. Got yourself the Codex page. Right there, you can see exactly where we are. Nice and easy. So from here, make your way up to here using the swing bars, then jump on this platform, get across here, get across here. Now from here, what we're going to do is head to this platform. So if we face out to where we jumped from, look to the left, see that higher platform. I'm going to jump across, like so, and then across to the next one. Pretty sneaky, isn't it? And then to the next one. And use the launch pad to get up. Latch onto that wall. And we are in what is the final area. And we've got one more collectible. It's not really a secret. But if we have a look around here, if I can remember where it is. Obviously we need to activate that green pedestal in the middle there. But if we scan around, if I can remember where this is. There is a blue orb somewhere. Where are you hiding, Mr. Orb? There is a blue orb. But where are you hiding? I believe there's one anyway. We didn't look at the back. I think it's at the back somewhere. This is the way. Well, I'm not doing very good. There it is. Hiding all this time. Right next to the rear portal there. So this is exactly where it is. And that is pretty much it for this mission, guys. We can now pretty much do what we did before. Wipe everything out. I'm going to grab this anyway. Wipe everything out in this arena. And then have fun with the boss fight. You're going to have to get that token again and connect it up. And you're going to have like 2 cubes to fight. I'm not going to go through it with you because it will take too long. There's no need to for this video. But your boss fight is going to be 2 cubes. And when they open up, just deal damage. And as soon as you like destroy them, so to speak, they will slam on the floor. Just go behind them and melee them so they hit the center. And that's it. Rinse and repeat, basically. So have fun with that. And that is the Blood Swamps complete. We're going to move on to the 3rd mission, which should be the Holt. So we now start with the Holt, and this one's a little bit difficult. Probably the most difficult out of all three. I mean, none of them are really difficult on easy mode, but let's just skip this cutscene. I'm going to start the mission. There's some long battles in this one. Some hardcore enemies as well, especially if you've got it on a harder difficulty. I'm just going to battle it out now. Shouldn't be too bad here. Nothing will trigger until we actually try to access this jump. This is just going to disappear now. Boink. There you go. Locked in. And you're going to come across these new guys. I can't remember if we've had them previously. I think we have, actually. Just when they raise up in the air, just shoot their head. There's another one. There you go. Once they do that, pretty easy to delete. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, and that. Get out of my face. Thank you. And there's nothing much in this first area. We are going to have to progress a little bit. There we go. Shield down. Now we can actually do what we initially tried to do. You'll see we have to get up on the wall at the top there. So just swing up like so. Climb as high as you can. And then I believe we've got the wall in the center. Don't try and go straight over. It's just not enough. Just zigzag your way up. And then obviously onto this higher swing bar. And boom. Bam. Alright. Kill this empowered Arachnotron. Alright, so before we do continue, you're going to have to do a lot of work with the plasma rifle. So if you remember the mod that sort of zaps the souls, yeah, you're going to have to get used to that in this mission because there is a hell of a lot of that going on. So especially in the boss fight as well, that's pretty much the main thing for that. So do get used to it. It's a pain, but you know. Alright, continue on. Wipe everything out. He's gone. You just get the chainsaw on him, top up on ammunition, keep track of your health and stuff. Let me just bring up the menu so you can see exactly where we are, the map even. I want to continue ahead. You're going to come across these platforms that raise up and then turn red and then explode. Just got to get to the other side. So now we can jump. Just time it right. Oops, I bounced off that. It's a bit annoying, the bouncing on this. I don't know if it's a frame rate thing or what, but... And then just make your way over. Like so. You got plenty of time to deal with it all. Keep going, and again, I think we're going to clear out this part. Kill everything we can. We're going to go to the upper level. This is where we're going to... You've probably already heard it. Oh. We need to switch weapons for a start. Wait for this guy to raise. We also got a marauder. Whoa. We also got a marauder in the house. Alright, he's out of the way. These guys will also top us up with ammo and stuff. Go for the big guns first, the ones that's causing the most problems. Like this blue guy here. Absolute pain. Wow, it's a bit intense. I would usually skip these battles, but we're already into it now, so... Right, let's get rid of this blue guy. He's causing the most problems here. Let's go back. And then switch to your plasma rifle. Get rid of this soul as soon as possible. There we go. Because if you don't, it just overtakes another creature. And yeah, life becomes pretty difficult, I have to say. Alright. Majority of it's out. We can now like top up on ammo, armor, all that stuff. There we go. Ooh. Missed twice. Terrible. Almost. It's the whiplash. Painful whiplash. There we go. Always get him out of the way as quickly as possible. It becomes an absolute nightmare. And again, you can imagine how it is if we don't clear that soul up straight away as well. So, no need to use the BFG. I mean, obviously you can use any weapon you want. As you play it how you want to play it at the end of the day. To be fair, I probably don't use the BFG enough. We get plenty of ammunition. Well, my health is a little bit low, so I think it's time to top up on ammo, armor. I'm going to switch to my shotgun here, if I can find it. Where's it gone? Super shotgun is not here. Even though I've just topped up on ammo, there it is. Wow. Stay away from the Titan if you can. Just keep a close eye on armor. Keep out of the way of that Titan and just focus on... Wow, what? 2 dogs. 3 dogs. Wow. I should have probably skipped this part, but wow, what's going on, man? So annoying. All right. Now we can get rid of Mr. Titan here. Health is fine. Alright, that's the hard part out of the way. Yeah, you want to prep for this, guys, because there's a lot of this stuff going on. Whew! Alright, so once we have dealt with the Titan, stock up on ammo, whatever you need, health, armor, all that jazz. I'm going to continue on. Now, as you go through, you will see we have the Slayer Gate key just at the top there. So just follow it around. And yeah, watch out for the worms on this as well. Just cut through everything as fast as you can. Alrighty. First things first. If you look up to where the quest marker is, ignore that. You want to head to this left pathway. Let me just bring that up. You can already see, we've got quite a few goodies in this area. If it decides to latch on, and just follow it all the way through, you're going to get yourself an extra life. Nice and easy. Again, that's right around the left side, pretty much as soon as you get around past the key there. Let's just wipe these 2 out. Oh, what was I? Try not to use your BFG, but just fire it on 2 tiny little mobs. Ugh. I sure know how to waste my ammo, right? All right, so that's the extra life out of the way. Now we can smash this tree down, and then jump up. Follow the tree up to where the quest marker is. And then on your left, as soon as you climb up, I'm going to climb up the left side and follow it all the way through to find the wall and another extra life. Right there. Now we're going to go back to the tree once again, or should I say the top of the tree, pretty much where it was. Right above that, you can see we can actually go back. So if you look where we are heading back to where we came from, and obviously we're aiming for the Slayer Gate key. Beautiful. And obviously if you're wondering where the Slayer Gate is, it's way down the other side. I will show you when we get there, but we do have the Slayer Gate key now. Now we're going to go back once again. Top of the tree. Use this as like a base point. And then straight ahead and follow it around, looking on the right side, and boom. Going to get yourself the secret encounter. Now I haven't done this. There's a few things I have missed on this run, on this save. But go ahead, make sure you do that. Get that secret encounter out the way. And then we're going to go through to this zone. I don't know where he was going, but... Are these... something wrong with these, or what? Let's switch to our soul. There we go. Beautiful, nice and easy. Alright, so let's just go back just so you guys can see exactly where we are. So once we drop down from the secret encounter on this right side here, if you keep following it to the right all the way along, this is where you'll find the Slayer Gate itself. So I'm going to open that up. Beautiful. Obviously, complete that as well. That will get you the support rune. If you don't complete it, you're not going to get that support rune. You can see it there on the little list we have. Now we're going to continue on. And if you follow it all the way to the right side this time, you'll come across the Automap. Tucked away. Nice and easy. And that pretty much concludes everything for this area. What we can do now is actually make our way up. So if you go back to the Slayer Gate itself, just outside will be this this beam we can actually swing on, swing bar. You want to jump across, hit the tree, kill the mobs. I can't. I'm doing the most awkward thing ever. Alright, so follow along the tree, and then we're going to jump over to the left side, which is where that panel is on the wall. That allows us then to leap across the next part, smash the tree. And we are going to get a mob at the end of this, so be careful here. There we go, no problem. Dealt with him. Easy peasy. Now we're going to continue on. Going to go all the way around now. Zap these guys, like so. And pretty much going to come to this section with the eyeball at the top. I'm going to wipe out the eyeball. Or the turret. If you want to be more accurate. Again, just keep an eye on your health and stuff here. Alright, oh, sweet. Once you come to this area, once you've killed that turret, follow it along. All the way up, and we will have to come back. But if you follow the quest marker, it's going to be a dead end. It's going to ask us to go to that top section there. Obviously, we can't reach it from there, but if you look over the edge and straight down below, you just bring that up there. You can see right there where that Codex Pages just drop down. And boom. Watch out for worms. That's another Codex page added to your list. And then you can just use those walls to get yourself up and out of a sticky situation. Alright, now we go back. Obviously, we need to get further up. So to do this, where that turret was situated, we can jump from here and actually get ourselves up. There's going to be a few mobs here, so just be aware. Let's just annihilate this guy as quickly as possible. And then we can deal with the Arachnotron up top as well. Beautiful. Obviously, feel free to top up on ammunition. And we just want to jump up to the next ledge like so. And then if you look to the left side of it, pretty much the same direction I'm going, you can see we've got the walls that we can latch onto. Go as high as you can and then jump down to the tree. Smash that tree. I don't believe we have anything. Oh, we do. My bad. Get rid of the enemy at the end. Try not to fall off, of course. And then drop down behind the tree again. We have to hit it once more. It's actually going to push itself across. If you try and jump otherwise, it's just too far to actually make. So jump, dash, double dash, and then straight over. The other side, nice and easy, right? This looks awesome, by the way. I mean, I love the scenery. It reminds me of like a jungle-like theme. So from here, I'm going to drop down onto this next wall. And then we're going to jump right across to where you see these lasers. And you can see a 2-up extra life actually inside. So from here, this one's an easy one. You've got the 2 green platforms that go up and down and disappear. Just slightly to the left of that. Let me see if I can spot it. There we go. Right there, right on my crosshair or the circle. You can see there's a crack in the wall. So we're going to jump over like so. And if you see, the crack is right there. Boom. Bam. Done. That's going to give you 2 extra lives. 2 up extra life. Piece of cake, right? So let's just bring the map up. You can see exactly where that one is. Nice and easy. Pretty simple to get into as well. You can see exactly where that extra life is. All right, so from here, we're now going to proceed. So just use the... try and use the platforms without falling off. And then just latch onto that wall like so. And then we've pretty much got to make it over to the other side. So wait for these to rise a little bit. And then use that bar up top there. Oh, my bad. I hate platforming. Come on! Oh, I've gone way too early now. I got lucky there. I got a bit lucky. So let's try again. You just want to use that swing bar to get across to the green part. It's always the case when recording. You never sort of do anything accurately. I mean, to be fair, I'm not that accurate when I'm not recording, so... Give it time. This won't do anything until it turns red, so we've got plenty of time. I mean, that's it. Look, ample. There we go. Much better. Give yourself time to top up on ammunition. We're going to work our way through. There's a whiplash there. Oh, overkill. Clear the area, of course. We'll get a little bit hectic, but nothing crazy. Watch your health in tight situations. Oh, that was a bit unlucky. Not doing great for health on this one, but to be fair, it's ideal, especially if you've got the bonus for fire, and that's to use the super shotgun. Beautiful. Alright. Down. We're good. So for this next area, this one is going to be a bit of a pain as well. But the only collectible we have in this section at the minute until the very end is going to be the blue orb. So that's going to be the next one. I'm going to add that to the video anyway. So drop down, grab yourself the blue orb for the next collectible. As you can see, it's not a secret, but you know, we're going to do it anyway. So what we're going to do here is smash these green things and then all hell's going to break loose. We're going to have a couple of fights. There's going to be like 2 phases. We have to smash the green thing. Second time, it's going to cause a load more mobs to come. And once you've done that, we will continue. So I'm going to clear this up, and I'll see you once these have risen and we are able to move on. Let's go. Alright, that was actually the most frustrating battle ever. I actually lost a life on that. You could probably tell on the top left there. Yeah, I lost a life on that one. Pretty tough. Even on easy mode. Just a bit awkward. Once you've done it anyway, you're going to hit the button for a 3rd time, and it's going to raise these pretty much as they are now. Now, before you do continue out of the area, you'll see the quest marker is at the top there. You just sort of leap your way up to the platforms. You want to make your way up the platforms. And if I can remember which direction it is, straight ahead. So as you face the exit, you want to look to your right. So count 1, 2, and then slightly to the right. You're going to find yourself another secret. Actually, forget that what it is. Oh, it's BFG ammo. We're good. It's just another secret compartment. Nothing crazy. And then from here, we can then proceed higher up and exit out the area. Like so. And then from here, we can actually continue on. I'm going to head outside now. Dash through. It's going to be a bit of dialogue here. And of course, we have the little podium in the center there. So what you want to do, as you face the podium, if you look to the right, you can already see we have a Codex page on the far platforms. Go ahead and grab that one. Boom. Nice and easy. Straightforward. And from here, we do have another little secret. So just head directly across. So back at the podium and go to the left side this time. And then reverse. And you're going to find blue orb on this platform right here. Perfect. That tops us up. Again, not a secret, but it's going to help us nonetheless. And then from here, we can actually go ahead and activate the turret. I'm going to boost to the other side. Like so. And then we're going to go through the doorway. And then we're going to take the left, I believe. And we're going to have another big battle in here. So go ahead, battle it out, and I'll see you after this big fight. Alrighty, so once you've cleared this area... Ooh, the battles are getting pretty insane, I must admit. Once you've cleared this area, you can already see at the back we can have the secret encounter. Pretty much the same direction the quest marker is taking us. And obviously, we now have to access that. So in order to access it, you press the button. Podium. It's going to move the quest marker, of course. But if you look directly up, it's going to allow us to shoot, if I can switch it to a decent weapon. It's going to open up the laser grid to give us access to the secret encounter, and that's your next collectible. Nice and easy. Now when you come here, if you don't activate the podium, then that button will be hidden pretty much like it is now. So just activate that podium and that will be revealed to you. So now from here, we can actually head back outside and head to the right this time though. And you can see there, pretty much mission marker takes us that way anyway. We can actually make our way up to the wall. That will drop down if we stay on too long. We've pretty much got to jump over to the bridge up the top there. So let's go ahead and do that. Latch onto the wall, climb as high as you can, and sort of aim up as well because we have the swing bar. And once you're up, nice and easy. And you want to head to the right now. You want to be very careful here as well, guys. It's going to get a bit brutal. Obviously, we have the next podium that we can do. Be like the third one. On the left side, we have the Codex page. Beautiful. Nice and easy. Now we can activate the podium. And this is where things are going to get a little bit more tricky. We're going to have to go outside now. And on this opposite side, you're going to get yourself a Titan. You're going to get one of those blue souls that sort of overtake one of the enemies. You're going to get Arachnotron. You're going to get a Doom Hunter. Yeah, it's going to be insane. So let's just see how well we do on this one. Look at the view though, awesome. Just focus on one Titan at a time. Get rid of him as quickly as you possibly can. Try not to use your plasma rifle if you can help it. He's gone, nice. You see the other Titan is blue. There we go. Watch your health carefully on this part as well. Let's see if we can improve here from before. And it's up to you if you want to get rid of the Doom Hunter first. We can do that actually. If it lets us go anywhere. Trying to get past him is an absolute nightmare. Again, just watch your health on here. Don't get too close to the Titan. It will cause problems. That's nothing we can do there. We get stuck. There we go. Alright, we can rest a little bit more easy. Now we're going to go for the yellow guy. We're going to leave the Titan till last because he's blue. Come on. Just got to wait for this guy to raise up. Top up on ammo. He doesn't want to raise out the ground. As soon as he's up, he's dead. He's gone. So frustrating. Come on. We can do a little bit of damage to the Titan if he's not... There we go. If he's not doing anything, then... yeah. Alright, now what we're going to do is what you're going to need to do is prepare. So, obviously, if you're using the weapon wheel, it's going to be so much easier to switch. Make sure you got your plasma rifle ready. Make sure it's got plenty of ammo as well. Now you're just going to do everything to wipe out that Titan. Get some ammunition here. I'm going to top up again. Switch back to your RPG. Because these take a hammering, I must admit. The blue ones are just brutal. Glory kill. And then it's all about destroying the soul. There we go. Again, you've got to get used to that. It's an absolute nightmare otherwise. Right, so this next one, not really a collectible. But we're going to get it anyway. Just grab these. So if you look at the main platform here, central door. Awesome though, look at that view. It's amazing. You want to take the left doorway. See the left green doorway? It's going to be full of pinkies in here. Nasty little creatures. As you can see, dead center is our next collectible, and that's going to be the blue orb. Now, of course, you're going to be presented with a ton of these pinkies. So go ahead and punch your way through them all. Keep an eye on your health here. Pinky galore, I have to say. Get rid of the green guys on the left as quickly as you can. There you go, nice and easy. Nasty creatures, right? Alrighty. Low on ammo, I'm going to top that one up. And it's just a case of switching to the ballista. And bam! And now gives us access to the blue orb. Dead center there, can't miss it. We actually need it quite a bit in this one. Alright, so once that's done, we can now head to the left side. So if you remember, we came in on the right side. We're going to head to the left side, around here. And now we're going to do a bit of hop, skip, and a jumping. So we've got to aim for the left side, over there where the crack is. But in order to do that, we're going to jump straight ahead. And what's going to happen here is we're going to hit this mechanism on the left. It's going to activate the jump pad there. As we jump, we're going to need to shoot the green button and then dash into this central part here. Now, once we're across, that's going to allow us then to jump back and shoot another target and unlock this central door for the next collectible. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me just show you. It's a bit awkward. So before we do it, actually, when you do jump, you kind of lose a jump. So it's all about dashing at a high distance. So let's hit that, jump across, zap it, dash, dash, and then dash through. Bam. Nice and easy, right? Pretty simple. So now the next collectible is pretty much at that red door at the back. So what we need to do is shoot this target and dash back. But don't worry if you fail on this one. It doesn't matter too much. So you want to shoot the target, jump, jump, dash, dash, and we failed. For some reason, the central target does not go. The swing bar does not drop down, but it doesn't matter. Even if you do, as long as you press that button, just drop down to your death, and it will spawn you back pretty much where we started from. And in turn, that means we can just leap straight over. As you can see, it's now unlocked. And inside is our Codex page. Let's bring that up, dead center there. So again, just shoot the target to get across. Same as we did before. After hitting the mechanism, of course. And then once you're on that other side, it's just a case of hitting the green button. And if you want to get across, just kill yourself. Well, I say kill yourself, you won't die, you'll just deal damage, a little bit of damage. So hit it like so. Let it lift up. Dash, dash, there we go. Boom. Straight across. Because the thing is here as well, once you're across, obviously we can't hit that button anymore. It stays red, but again, just leap to your death and it'll spawn you over on that section and allow you to get across. Alright, now the final collectible. In fact, there's two collectibles, but this is going to be the final one for this video. And if you look to the right of that big room there, you can see we have the Codex page just tucked up in the corner. Nice and easy, right? Pretty straightforward and simple. Can't go wrong. And that is it, guys. And then all we need to do now, if you approach that door, is going to activate the next part of the mission, which is the final boss fight. It's an absolute nightmare to play. So good luck with that one. But inside is a blue orb, dead center of the room, I believe. Use that at your leisure. Not going to add this to the video, but yeah. All right, and that is the first DLC complete, especially after you've completed that boss fight. So we're going to move on to the next DLC. And it's going to be the Ancient Gods Part 2. So I'll see you at the main menu. So, next DLC, Ancient Gods Part 2. We're going to crack on with this one. New slot, I've already deleted it. Ready to rock and roll on. I'm going to start the new mission now. Of course, all your previous buffs and stuff should still apply. I'm too young to die. Obviously, we want it on the absolute easiest difficulty here. And the thing about this DLC is the difficulty is quite intense because there's a lot of like battle arenas we've got to do, loads and loads of battling going on. So it's not too much of a maze, but yeah, a lot of battling, a lot of what do you call it? A lot of platforming as well. So this one we have got to skip through quite a lot of it. So we're going to go through it as fast as we possibly can. Start the mission. Kill everything you can. I'm just going to proceed. Keep your ammunition topped up as well. Nice and easy. Work your way down the hill, I believe. Get out of my face, fool. Yeah, it gets the battles get pretty crazy, I have to say. There's going to be some new enemy types as well in this one. Oops, I didn't want the shotgun there. Shotgun. Make sure you've got your weapon modifications, the ones you want. I don't know why it keeps switching quite a few around. Alright, so we're just going to jump across here. I don't believe there's anything else here. And we're going to drop down onto the wall just here and shimmy across. Super easy. And then just go up. The wall will break. It just means you need to jump across. So wait for that to fire. And then just move over to the left side there and you'll dodge it. It doesn't matter if it hits you. You won't be knocked off. It will just deal damage. Now we've got these new green things. I can't remember if one of the previous DLCs or even the main story had these. You use the super shotgun to latch onto it and swing across like a pendulum. So love that as well. Just makes the game so much faster. You want to work your way through. I'm going to clear some of these enemies up. Get through as fast as you can. Now we've got these new Screecher mobs, and if you're wondering what they do, they buff everything around it if you come close. So the idea is to set them off when there's nothing around it, basically. Right, this is quite intense, so I'm going to go through this, I'm going to clear it all up, and then we'll get back to the mission. Alrighty, that first phase has been cleared up. And then obviously we're going to get the mission marker aiming for the main gate. We can't do anything, I don't believe. Doesn't open up. So what we need to do is head to the left side. You'll see that crack in the wall there. It's going to be another battle we have here as well. I'm going to go inside. Use the rocks nearby to climb up. And then just dash your way to the top. Press the skull pedestal. And the wolf is here. Greetings. And then follow the wolf down. And we're going to do exactly the same as we did. I believe it was the last DLC we did it. Where it creates this like dome. Now it's got a buff totem here. Not a lot we can do. I'm not sure if you can go out and deactivate the buff totem. I'm sure you can. I don't know where it is though. But it's simple enough to just... I swear there's a problem with my controller. That's why I'm suffering. Not controller, sorry, my mouse. It like doesn't work sometimes, but this is the one I use for recording, so... Get out of here, folks. Yeah, it may be ideal to find the buff totem if you can. But, bit overkill on that one. Alright, that should be about it, I believe. There we go. Sweet. There we go, it's right over here. Of course it is. Get rid of that as soon as you can. And if you want to dodge these pinkies, by the way, just come through the gate. And climb up here nice and easy. They can't actually do anything then. You can just sit there and... sit there and delete them just like that. It's probably easier just to... get rid of them like so. But yeah, you can have some trouble with these pinkers. Make sure you're topped up on ammo. And on this mission, guys, keep a close eye on your health and stuff. It gets pretty insane. Alright, gate has now been opened, and this is where we're going to get our first collectible. But first, we're going to clear this zone. And you're going to be introduced to another enemy type. It's like, I forget what they're called now. This guy. It's like a Baron of Hell with armor on. So, yeah, it takes some doing to wipe these out. First, you want to get rid of this guy. And then deal as much damage to him as you can, as fast as you can. Before his armor comes back, and boom, done. Armored Baron, that's right. So from here, now we're going to proceed further along. Just top up on ammunition there. You're going to come across a giant worm that appears in the central section of this like little pool. Clear the entire area, and once you're done, we will then proceed and get the first collectible of the mission. And guys, be prepared for this one. There's Doom Hunters. Okay, once the room has been cleared, it's going to get a little bit difficult as we proceed with the mission. Once this one's done, you can already you already know how difficult this might be. I'm just picking up a few bits and bobs here. So yeah, once it's done, you want to aim for the quest marker, and it's going to direct you to these green lights just in the passageway here. And you'll see there's a 1-up right behind the cage there. Do not go through the doorway where the quest is taking you. Instead, exit back out, and you'll see the red swing bar now that we actually can't use. And then the 1-up right next to us. If you go to the opposite corner where the green light is, in the building underneath that, right in the corner, is the little skull. I'm going to open the gate for us to get that first collectible of the mission. Easier. And just go back to where we came from. And we can actually proceed with the mission from here as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now we can continue. I'm going to drop down like so. Oh, forget this side even. We want to drop and latch a hold of the wall on the far side. There we go. Don't worry about it too much if you do miss it. You won't like instantly die. You will lose a bit of health and stuff. Jump out, and we're going to finish these guys off. And then as soon as we go out, we can follow it across the other side. Oh, no, my bad. I think we can go around. Maybe not. Just jump across to the other side. And instead of using the swing bar on the outer section, you can notice at the back of the swing bar, there is a blue orb tucked away. And then from here, we pretty much... let me just direct you where that is. Pretty much directly above the extra life there. And now from here, we are going to continue all the way through now. There's no collectibles for quite some time. Get rid of this guy. Nice, quick, easy. Done, done, boom, bam, bish, bash, bosh. Let's go through. We're going to battle it out again, I believe. Might not need to cut this out. If I can stop, if I can prevent cutting any of these scenes out, I will do so, just so you guys know exactly where you're at. Keep your ammo up. Keep an eye on your health. Beautiful. That's it. Almost there now. Cool, now we've reached the checkpoint finally. Top up on all your ammunition, all that stuff. And I believe we do have a little bit of a secret section. So if we go to the left here, let me just show you on the map there. You'll see right down the bottom here, we do have the suit that's going to protect us now. We're going to have to go left and smash through this wall. If you look on the map, it's going to be the little green patch there. Just so you know exactly where we're at. We have to go in here, but it's going to lock us in this tiny little room, so be prepared for war, guys. In we go. Let's stand on the edge there. Pretty brutal, man. He's pummeling me. It's hilarious. So yeah, that one's a bit intense. And again, if you hit them Screecher, whatever they are, Screecher enemies, they will buff anything that's around them. So just be wary of that one. All right, from here we can now continue on. And yeah, let's get rid of him. He don't need to be around. I'm going to go all the way around. We're going to use the launch pad to launch us up. And then around, and then up. Can top up on armor and everything. Oh, no need to waste what we have. So now you will see that the little hook there, we're going to call it the hook, will be accessible. Previously it wasn't. We can drop down here anyway. Make sure your ammo's up and stuff. On the left side here, you will find another little room. I'm not going to count this as a secret, but you will get locked inside. So let's do this first because we want the BFG ammo. As soon as you pick it up. Easy. Pretty simple, that one, especially with the barrels. If you've got the barrel protection on, then yeah, it's trivial. Right, and then what we're going to do is latch onto that back wall that you see there. Just like so. Does get a little bit awkward at times. I'm not a big fan of all the stuff. Right, now this is where it gets a bit iffy, if you like. I'm going to jump across onto this bottom bit. And I don't know, it sent me through the wall previously. And things got a little bit crazy. So, this is the platform I hate. We've got to swing on here. Swing across, latch onto the next one, and just go to the back there. And we've got some enemies to deal with. Nice and simple. Back to the super shotgun. Now what we've got to do here is get to the very top of this, the top of the spire, if you like. You can go the long way through the with the swing bar there and go all the way around, but I just like to pull myself across here, like so, and then just literally pull yourself up. It's a lot easier. If you do need the armor, of course, you can just go back. Super simple. But the general route will be all the way around. Nice and easy. I'm going to drop down. And we're presented with Wolfie McWolf. And you guessed it, things are going to get a bit tense once more. So make sure you stay in the circle. Now this one doesn't seem too bad, but we get a lot of these enemies. So pop the Screecher as quickly as you can. As you can see, there's nothing around, so let's keep going round. You can get overwhelmed by these, so make sure you're fully upgraded on ammo. Just careful of the Screechers here as well. Whoa. Let's get out of that. See, I've given the buff to this guy. You just got to be extra careful. He still isn't dead. Oh, do not use your BFG. You can use your other gun, whatever it's called, the D-Maker, Unmaker. I forget what it's called nowadays. That should be it. Sweet. Not too bad, not too shabby. You'll see we now have the gate open. Nothing else in this area. We do need some ammunition. Oh, and they've locked us in. I forgot about that. Best thing to do here. Grab the Berserk. Should be able to wipe everything out. Or quad damage. I forget which one it actually is. There we go. Nice and easy. Once you get that power up, it's a lot easier to manage. There we go, much better. That's just a case of clear and pull the scraps. No, we don't need to get carried away with that. There we go. Should, I believe, be it. Beautiful. Pretty straightforward, right? Bit intense, but straightforward. Right, now we can proceed. And again, there's not going to be... Let me just double check around here. Alright, now it just basically takes us all the way back. We don't need to go that direction. Of course, at the end of the mission, you will get a fast travel point anyway. We're going to go inside here. And I'm going to speak to this guy. Well, not speak to him as such. He's going to give us the Sentinel Hammer. Now, this Sentinel Hammer plays a big part in there. We don't need it for the most part, but there's some important sections where we do need it. I believe we're going to have another big battle on our hands. Let's clear these. Again, watch your armor and ammo. Don't get caught out in this section. Yeah, I think I've got a problem with my hook. It doesn't want to hook. I don't think that's the game issue. I think that's just my my mouse issue. Really need to switch that. That was not what I wanted to use, but whatevs. It's too late now. But that's the Sentinel Hammer anyway. You just basically slam it on the ground. But honestly, guys, save it. There we go. We can actually pick another one up here. That's better. Well, I believe it'll be about there. Clear everything you can. Leave the blue guy till the very last. Because he's going to be hardest to sort of get rid of. Move, move, move! Alright, now we can kind of focus on this blue guy. I'm going to switch to the plasma. That's annoying. That's so frustrating. I'll switch to the plasma if it's available. And then we have to use that second mod to get rid. Watch out for the Titan. There we go. Right, that solves the blue problem. I want to annihilate him as quickly as you can. Two Titans in here. Again, I would usually skip this scene, but there we go. Titans are not too difficult after all. Oh, that was brutal, man. Brutal attacking. I love how it gets me from... I don't even know where that came from, but... These guys are frustrating as hell. There we go. Titans are out of it. Beautiful. Checkpoint reached. Alright, again, no collectibles in this area, which is fine. I'm going to switch that as well. Oh my god, I'm just using ammo up that I shouldn't use. My controls are a little bit different. I don't know why the controls have been adjusted, but this is just for the DLC as well. So, alright, follow the quest marker. We're good for now. We are going to need to get ourselves another hammer back. Luckily, we've got plenty in this area. You see it at the back there. Let's go ahead and grab the hammer first. This is where we're going to be presented with the new mobs. So you want to get, you're going to get these guys here. They're stone imps. And you can kill them, but they just respawn until you use the hammer on them. So get two together if you're low on hammers. Let me see if I can get them together here. Come on, boys. Come on. There we go. No. Beautiful. Wiped them out in no time. Now we just need another hammer. Not sure if we do have that. Guess not. Yeah, there's not really a way to kill these, so we're going to go up and evade them. Like I say, you can kill them, but they just respawn, so... Got to wait for our hammer to recharge. We have that rolling thing. There we go. So kill them to boost your ammo, your hammer, and then wipe them out. Just like that. That's one out of the way. That's the way we charge it. Even though these don't want to disappear, I think we're going to have to get rid of all three at the same time. Bit of a nightmare, this one. Need some more ammo as well. I believe that is it. That's an absolute nightmare. These new imps are just such a pain. Okay, now we can continue on. So once you've done it, look to the back side there. You can already see what we're going after, and there's a bar at the back just off this platform. You want to launch yourself up, same way as we did when we was battling it out. Oops, my god. Try again. Now follow it all the way around, and then go ahead and activate this skull pedestal. It's going to give us the jump pad to launch ourselves up. And now, if you look at the jump pad, and you look at the swing bar dead center, just stand where the skull pedestal is in the distance. You can already see that extra life. And we're going to use the launch pad to launch up, latch on like so, jump across, and straight in. Boom. Extra life, nice and easy. And then it's just a case of going back and doing the same again. You can actually swing across. I don't know what I'm doing there, but it doesn't really matter. Like so. And then from here, I'm going to continue on. Now we've got some more battles to deal with. Now in this area, I believe we are going to get some more stone imps, so battle it out with those. Stock up on the hammer. And just go ahead and clear everything out of this zone. It gets pretty intense. So clear everything, and then we'll move on to the next part. Good luck. Okay, area has been pacified. So from here, you'll see we have the green hook dead center. So let me just bring them. Oh, let me just bring the map up just here. Again, if you're having trouble with them stone guys, the stone imps, get them both close to you, and then just slam the things on the ground. If not, kill one and it will charge your hammer up halfway, kill another. And obviously they will respawn unless you kill them with the hammer. So from here, continue on right towards the corner. You can see all the goodies we've got to collect there. And just follow it all the way along. You'll see the next hook. And you'll see directly above you, it has got a 2-up extra life above it. You can just make it out. We're going to get that after the next part. What you need to do is latch onto the hook ahead. Just let it pull you. Jump, dash, dash, hook up again. Jump, dash, and swing on. Nice and easy. Not too bad, right? Go through. And then let these guys pull you up, make your way to the top. Kill everything you possibly can. Top up on ammunition as well. Just make your way up to the very top. Follow it all the way through. Grab yourself that armor if you need to. And on the far side there, you can see we've got the Cyber Mancubus. Just deal with him from afar. Watch out for the corrosive stuff at the back. And wipe him out. So let's just show you exactly where we are now. You can see right there. And then once you've done that, we're going to jump across. You can easily jump and double dash. Kill everything up here. Wipe this whole section out. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, at the back. You see we now have the Automap. We can pick that up as our next collectible. Not too many collectibles in this one actually, overall. You can see it right there. And now you will notice, I believe that hook is usually locked out, but as you can see, it's not now. And all you need to do there is just aim straight at it and just let it hook you, and it should launch you up in the air. So hook, like so. Didn't even need to move, and then we can just dash back. With a bit of luck. Never mind. Brings us back to the top anyway. Sweet, no problem. Now from here we can go straight across the gap, pretty much where the quest tells us to go. And immediately on the right side you'll find Codex Page. Beautiful, beautiful. And now as you can see, there's a hell of a lot more platforming to do. A lot of swinging and a gliding. Let's just bring the map up there. Now these two collectibles, they look like secret encounters. They're not. Basically these red zones are... I don't know what they're called, to be honest, but we just need to complete the red zones, basically. Which is what we'll do. So from here, we just want to jump, swing across, jump and hook yourself up, jump again and latch on. Now if you need... Let me just get rid of these boys. Now if you need, obviously, some BFG ammo, which I'm going to get... You can actually go and grab it there, nice and easy. It's going to help you in the long run, so if you do need to use it in the future, it's there, right? And then continue on all the way through, and we're going to be locked into this room. Wait for these guys to come dead center, and then just go boom shankar. Now if you've got the perk on, obviously the things will respawn. Not too difficult though. I hate these pinkers, they're everywhere, man. Alright, we're good. We're good to rock and roll. Which way was we going? The opposite way. Let's continue upwards now and just follow it all the way around. We've literally got just one more collectible in this mission. So it's actually frustrating that we don't latch on here. I don't know whether it's a bit buggy or what. There's so many platforms that don't sort of hook up. I don't know whether the frame rate's too high, maybe. There's nothing outside that we can do. Obviously, we're going to go higher and higher. I'm going to jump across. And we're back into this zone. So we will need to activate this. As you can see, it is 2 red zones. This is pretty much going to be for the collectibles for this mission. So go ahead, activate this thing, and prepare for war. And I will meet you pretty much straight after. Alright, okay. So, as we've completed the first one, have a look around here, we will be presented with another one. So, go ahead, let's ignore this one. As you can see already, it's already telling us interacting with the second gore nest triggers an even more difficult encounter. That's for highly skilled slayers only. But guys, if you want all the collectibles, you will need to do this one for a second time. So I'm going to do it anyway, just for the fun of it. And in fact, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to continue on. You guys can do it because you're the ones who need the collectibles, of course. But once you're done, let's proceed with the mission, and that is exactly what we're going to do now. Just for the sake of this video, I probably will go back and do that for my own save. So jump across, launch all the way, and then around just like so. Nice and easy. Use that launch pad and then just latch onto that one. So again, just to reiterate, you will need to do both of those encounters. So activate it twice, and yeah, you're good to rock and roll. Right, this area. More mobs. Oh, he got his armor back. That's not good. I'm going to keep battering him anyway. Just a little dink. Alrighty. So we're pretty much going till the end of the mission anyway. So let's zap this eyeball. Come on. That should clear the area. And proceed onwards. Let's go as fast as we can now. In fact, you know what? You can actually skip this entire area. So just go around these. Use the swing bar up the top if you make it. Obviously, these guys make life a little bit more difficult. Oh my god. Wow, I'm gonna die. This is insane. Alright. We latched on. Somehow we survived that. I don't know how. It's usually not that difficult. If you run straight through and just go straight past them, you can pretty much bypass that entire bit. There's no point messing around there. And then just jump across. Get yourself to swing all the way around. Obviously, if you do want to clear the mission, that's up to you. Oh, now we got this guy. I hate this guy. Easily removed. Watch your health. Obviously, we've got to top up on health again. And get a few more of these. There we go. I believe there's only a couple more to come in. I won't even bother with the other mobs because they'll just keep respawning. Unless you need ammunition, which we are going to keep topped up on. Like so. Alright, maybe we can clear these up now. If nothing else spawns, go ahead and clear the room. Which way are we going this time? Lost track. Alright, we're going that way. So now proceed across like so. Use those platforms. And now we're going to get the giant worm in the center and a load more mobs. So once you kind of reach that side, which is where we're aiming for, we're going to have a big battle here first. It's going to lock us out before we actually get there. So let's jump. Dash. Jump. And we failed. Sometimes you can get up. Kill the worm as fast as you possibly can. There we go. That's it. Nice and easy. These Baron of Hells are an absolute nightmare. I don't know what's this far. Oh, this is the lower section, actually. Back to pretty much where we were. There you go, beautiful. Alright, area has been cleared. We've got a nice level up to go with it. Alright, now we can actually launch ourselves back up to that top platform. Alright, I have managed to gain myself some ammunition. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to get up there if you don't have any ammo. So you may have to just reload a checkpoint there if you are struggling, but Honestly, just make sure you've got some super shotgun ammo, literally just to hook hold of that and get yourself back up. Otherwise, it can be a bit of a nightmare. So from here, go through the main gate. And as you can see, I've done both escalation encounters. Yeah, pretty tough that second one, I have to say. So skip the cutscene once you're through. I'm just going to sprint through here as quickly as we can. And it's all about platforming. So jump down, immediately grab the edge of this this wall here. Latch on to there, wait for the slammer to go down like so. Latch onto that wall and then go back. And then wait for this to drop again. And get yourself up like so. Latch hold of the wall, drop down. It's all about platforming. Right, I would switch to, I would say... So your RPG, you're going to need obviously your super shotgun to use the hook on this bit. I would use the RPG, aim it at that, and then as soon as you fire it, use the other gun. So what we're going that way. So fire it, switch to the other gun, and fail. Right, let's try again. So fire, switch to the gun, and there you go. Should time it pretty perfect actually. That's going to get you to the very top. Nice and easy. And now this is probably one of the most awkward parts here. So we have to hit this mechanism and it takes X amount of time to actually come back to the top. But we have to make our way through as quickly as possible. So I would advise using maybe a machine gun for this one. Whichever it is. That'll do, this one. And you want to hit it. Jump and dash down. Latch hold of the wall that's underneath. Drop down. Dash across. Dash. Use your dash as much as you can. Like so. And it's going to send you out through the portal. It is pretty much all about speed. So if you do want to run it first and see the route for yourself, then that's not a problem at all. Alright. Now we can continue, and straight away right in front of us is the last collectible, which is the Codex page. So really this mission is pretty much all about battling it out, and that's it. So that's the first mission out of the way, and that is the World Spear done and dusted. Now we're going to move on to mission number 2, which should be Reclaimed Earth. And just enter the portal. Away we go. Again, only the 4 collectibles on that one, so should be really, really easy. You can't miss the last one anyway. Do the 2 escalation encounters as well if you want to get that fully complete. Let's continue on. Straight on with a Reclaimed Earth. So with this one, it's another fairly straightforward one. Not much to collect on this. And it's just going to be one of those, we've got to battle it out all the way through, pretty much. So we are going to get through it as quickly as we possibly can. I'm going to try and cut out as much junk as I can, so you haven't got to sit there watching the battles and stuff. Right, we do have 2 more escalation encounters. So once we reach that point, it's the same process as the last mission, where you activate it once, you complete it, you activate it a second time. It's going to be really hard. And yeah, you get the idea. So this time we start off in the streets. Looks pretty cool, this one. Some nice turrets at the top there. And immediately on your left side, you want to drop down and you'll see straight away we have Codex page. Super easy. Can't be missed. And then from here, we're going to make our way around after you face the big building in front. Obviously, you are going to get a few mobs. You want to aim to the right side and just follow it around on the right now. Ignore everything else at the minute. Follow it all the way around, and at the very back here, you're going to get yourself an extra life. Wow. Okay, we've got a new mob to deal with here. We've got to melee him, basically, so once he zaps us, it's a case of meleeing him. So try to avoid it at all costs. Let's just get rid of these, and we will be able to direct ourselves. Just in time. Top up on ammunition. Keep that super shotgun topped up as well. Alright, and again, let's just pinpoint where exactly we are. We've literally just spawned and gone to the right side here. And again, back of the truck here. Got your extra life. We've got 5 extra lives, so plenty to do on this one. Plenty of times we can die without issue. And you notice at the back there, the shields drop, so we can actually proceed through to the next section. So we're going to continue on, and you can just go in the front of this building or to the side, doesn't really matter. Work our way up the stairs. Let's go as fast as we can. Again, keep your super shotgun topped up. And then at the top, you're going to come to a dead end. Obviously, we need to jump out the window and make our way into this zone. So from here, we are going to battle it out, and I'll see you after this short battle. Okay, so that was another big battle, and you probably had a little bit of trouble with those green guys. You just got to basically get your blood punch up, so don't waste it if you can, and if you get meleeed, basically just kill all the other enemies to keep yourself alive, and then when the green guy gets close, that's when you want to melee him. It's awkward, it's awkward. I did lose a life, like I said, so... Right now I want to switch to the super shotgun. Make sure you've got plenty of ammo for that one. It's going to drop down, jump, and then latch on and go to the highest point, otherwise you're going to get flamed, like so. And swing across like so. And then we can jump over to the next section. Nice and easy. Checkpoint should be reached. And then we're going to move away into the next area. Empowered Mancubus. Wipe out the stone guy. Let's get rid of this Mancubus because he's... nice and easy. Alright. Alright. We managed to clear him. It's not an issue. We're going to get a bit of a cutscene. It's basically showing us which direction to go over there. Now, before we can proceed, we'll have the train straight in front of you, and the next collectible is literally to the right. If you look to the right, you can already see we have the Automap. Super easy. Not difficult to find at all. Right at the beginning, you can see there right where we are. Now, what we're going to do here is head into the right side room. Basically, we can't get across because if you notice the hooks are red. Means we can't latch on. So head to the right side. If you see where I'm going here, right underneath the train. I'm going to go inside. Work our way up. All the way to the top. And you can see we can smash the train if we can actually access it. And then jump across. Go all the way around. Swing all the way. And then on this side, at the top there we go. On top of the train, make sure you're on top. And then we can actually climb in through the top part and activate this lever. It's going to open the gate for us, as you can see.
You should be able to continue towards the gate now.
So from here, we can go out now. As soon as we land, guys, things are going to get a little bit tricky. So switch to your ballista. Don't worry too much about these guys. Riot soldiers. Well, they're so frustrating. Alright, once the riot soldiers are out of the way, they're a pain in the backside. Alright, now we can switch to ballista. Wait for this guy to stand up. Oh, that was frustrating. Too much bouncing going on. I don't know if there's a frame rate issue. Just makes you fly. Alright, and once this is done, we can finish this area and we will get our checkpoint. Let's just top up with ammunition here. I actually thought this floor would change, but I guess not. Now from here we can actually go back to the right side once that's done. If we can get in. And we can actually smash that train forward, just like so. That's going to activate the hooks for us, and we can now switch to the super shotgun and get ourselves across. So jump, jump. Nice and easy. Play it safe. So in this next area, what we are going to have is a couple of escalation encounters. So you see the two counters we've got. As you can see, we've got to activate the first one. So we've hit the checkpoint now. Grab whatever you want. If you want to use your BFG in this, by the way, by all means do so. If you're going to run this for a second time, you might want to save it for that one because it's pretty intense. So again, we have to do this anyway as part of the mission, but do it a second time if you want to get both of the collectibles there. Let's activate this first one. I'm going to do this and I'll see you after the battle. Alrighty, that room should now be clear. As you can see, we have done one of the escalation encounters. If you really want to, I'm not going to, you can start a second one. Again, just to activate that again, but it's going to be a hell of a lot more difficult. Otherwise, we're going to continue on. We drop down into the hole here.
Attention to maintenance team.
And as soon as we get through, and just chuck that over there. As soon as we get through the hole, you can see immediately on the left side here, we're going to have our Codex page. Get rid of a few of those. Go ahead and just decimate everything you can. Plenty of armor for us here. Jeez, don't use your BFG on this part, it is not worth it. Top up on ammo nonetheless. Always keep that super shotgun up. Check your health, check your armor. And then we're going to continue on now. Let's just drop into the next hole. Wipe out those guys. Like so. Nice and easy. Just going to work our way through now. Get through this as fast as we possibly can. I'm going to approach this point. Now you can see the green light in the water. It means we can actually swim down inside. I don't think there's any secrets here. Not that I'm aware of. I'm going to drop down in the water. Just dive our way through. Just head towards the green light, into the truck, into the train, whatever it may be. And then out on this other side and then up. Again, head to the quest marker. We're going to reach this part here. Clear what you can. Watch out for the mobs. And then we're going to drop down into the water once more. And then it's a case of just following it through. And you're going to be... you're going to have a lot of these cannons dealing damage. But don't worry too much about them. They don't deal enough damage. All the way to the end and then go up and out at the opposite side. Now we're going to go through into this section, and we're shortly going to be moving outside, so just follow it through. You can see which direction we can actually go. Which way did we go? Losing track. Alright, I'm lost now. We did come out of this way, I believe. And we do... Ah, there we go. There's a button on the back. Of course there is. So right where I am situated, there is a green button. I knew there was something around here. Alright, we've got another blue guy. Get ready with your plasma. So we're going to have to drain his soul. I'm not going to use the BFG for this. There we go. And then deal with him. Deal with how you see fit. I'm going to make our way up the stairway. Now we are going to be outside, and as soon as you approach outside, we should get a bit of a cutscene here. They show us the corner of that building. And if you look on the left, just in the distance there, there is another Codex page. Let's get rid of these guys first. Let's make the zone safe. Another Doom Hunter here. If you can deal with all the other mobs first, it comes in handy. These mobs really start irritating. Kill the Doom Hunter! There we go. Nice and easy. Want to clear up pretty quick. This gun works a treat. Alright, no mobs, but we are low on ammo. And again, on the left side, we do have that Codex page. You can see it right there. Nice and easy. Right, now what we're going to do is make our way up to the top building. So there's a few things we've got to do here. We've actually got to use the swing bar here to make our way up and blah, 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 blah. Use the hook. Make sure you got ammo for the super shotgun again. But before we do so where we came through, opposite direction to where the Codex page is, you want to head to the right side. You can see the grey area on my little map there. And just through the doorway, I'm going to climb up now. Up to the very top and then jump up like so. Activate the fan. You can see that fan is now active, ready to rock and roller. Then we're going to drop back down. And if you look to the left as soon as you come out, you see we can now make our way up. So jump, swing on the bar if you can and hit that launch pad. It's a bit annoying, this bit. And then latch on to that part, and then you're going to hook straight onto the corner of this building. So of course we now have more mobs in the house. Go ahead, clear this bit up, and I'll get back to you. Another intense battle, that one. A little bit difficult at times. But I like it, nonetheless. It's pretty cool. Got to keep us on our toes, right? Can't make things too easy. So once you're done, once you've cleared this room, we can continue on. I'm just grabbing as much ammunition as I can. I'm going to make our way up the staircase. So on the right side, just follow that mission marker, that quest marker to the very top. And then jump in the center here, and then jump up to the wall. Make sure you latch onto that, it's a little bit awkward. And wipe these guys out as quickly as possible. Make sure you're stocked up on health, ammo, armor, and all that jazz. Don't worry too much about these. And you're going to come to the room with the Mancubus. Make sure you got plenty of armor. Plenty of ammo. Get rid of these armored guys, are quite frustrating. There we go, nice and easy. Top up on ammo and then make your way up using the launch pad. Again, just keep a close eye on your health and stuff. Honestly, these cyber mancubus, never realised they took so many hits. Alright, we finally hit the checkpoint and another level up, which is nice. So where are we? We're almost at the top now. And then what I want to do is top up on ammunition and all this stuff. So at the top, follow it through. And then you're going to come to this section. You're going to get yourself a couple of doots. So once you've killed the these guys, the revenants, you want to follow where the revenants just jumped up. And then at the very end on the right side, you're going to have yourself a sneaky little secret. Which should be just some BFG ammunition. Nice. Pretty nice, I have to say. Now from here, we're going to jump out the building onto the next section. Just jump out. And then, of course, you want your super shotgun to allow you to swing across. Go ahead, jump, swing, like so. Dash. Shoot the button and dash inside. Now, avoid setting the screeches off, of course. Oh, I actually accidentally found the secret. I mean, I knew it was there anyway, but... Okay, so once you've battled it out in this room, as you can see, we already broke the doorway there inside, which is right here. Gonna get yourself not just a sentinel hammer, but a 1-up extra life. Nice and easy. And then from here, we can proceed. And now I've actually got to jump into the gap on the other side. And I believe inside we're going to have a bit of a big gap. So I want to jump across like so. Not a big gap, a big battle. Wow, my jump did not work. Or my dash. Dash, dash. Right, 2 dashes will take it. Right, so on this section, you can already see... let's just top up on ammunition here. We do have the checkpoint. And you'll see this door is locked, and you can see there's an extra life inside now. We are going to use the fast travel, I believe, to get back to this point, as we may not be able to get here. I'm trying to figure out how else we can actually do that, but we're going to go through. Now you're going to go into this arena here, and we're going to have another big battle on our hands. So I'm going to enter, I'm going to clear it up, and then once we're done, we'll get back to it. We're almost done now anyway. Okay, so now this room has been cleared. Another big battle. Like I said to you guys, it's just full of large battles. Quest marker is going to actually direct you through this way. Do not go that way. Instead, turn around, and if you drop to the lower level here and go back pretty much the way we came in, and you'll see the door is actually open and we're allowed to grab that extra life. And then we're going to finally go back again, and this time head up into the where the quest marker is directing us. Should give us the escalator going up or whatever, the lift. And then inside, immediately on the right side, you will find the last collectible for this map, and that is the Codex page. Pretty straightforward and simple. Again, just full of battles, this one. Now we can continue and begin the third and final mission of this DLC. Let's skip that cutscene. Again, fast travel is now active, so if you missed anything, you can go back. If you want to do that encounter, by all means do so. Alrighty. So all the Codex pages, we only did the one Escalation Encounter. Obviously, we needed to do 2 to get the full shebang, but that's totally up to you guys. So now we begin what will be the final mission of this DLC. The final mission of all DLC. And this is Immora. And one thing I just noticed, if you look on the left side there, it's like showing us a few bits and bobs. You can actually use the Sentinel Hammer to drop the shield of a Doom Hunter pretty much straight away. So if you did want to use that. And of course, those shielded guys as well, you can actually... the shielded guys, when they flash green, you can actually shoot that thing out of the hand just like that. Boom. Nice little tips there. Didn't even realise myself, playing it the hard way. Right, let's go on with Immora. And this is another one, not too much to collect on here. We're going to whiz through it as quickly as we can. Let's get this done and dusted. If you want to continue the mission and use the first launch pad, like so, go ahead and just clear the path. Get rid of all the enemies as you go along. Let's whiz through this as fast as we can. There we go. Just like so. And as you make your way up, you're going to come to the bend where the Revenant is, the Doot. And at the top here, we should have our first collectible, which will be the Codex page. Can't miss it. Right, so let me just remind you of what's in this one. As you can see, very little to collect, but we do have, yet again, 2 Escalation Encounters. You'll activate the first one, you'll complete it, and then it's up to you if you want to do the second. But of course, if you plan to complete everything, you're going to need both of those as well. Now, there is another mission after this, however, it is purely just the boss fight. So we won't be following on from that. There's 0 collectibles in it. This is going to be the last one. So follow it through. Kill everything in sight. And as you make your way up, you'll come to the worms. Just clear the path of worms. And right next to the worms, if you look to the left, we've actually got a bit of a ledge here. You can see it right there on the map. Oh, forget about the rest of the worms, but never mind. Just work your way through and you can see a breakable wall. Just smash through that. Kill more worms. And you can actually chop the worms up as well. Get yourself some ammo. And as soon as you drop down, boom, got yourself an extra life. Now we have to go back the same way as we came in, which is fine. Now we're going to zip through. You can already see we've got a 2 up extra life there. And we're going to jump across to the Escalation Encounter. Now this is the one you're going to have to do twice if you want it. Let's grab that BFG ammo. By all means, use the BFG ammo if you wish, because this could get a little bit tense, I have to say. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this Escalation Encounter, and then we're going to move on from there. Let's finish this. Okay, we have completed the first phase of the Escalation Encounter. It's up to you if you want to go again. Like I said, activate it. It's going to be much, much harder. So do be prepped for that if you want to do it. We've got extra lives at the top. But otherwise, we're going to continue on. I'm going to activate the Automap, which you can't miss. It is on the way. You can see that right on the path, right where the mission marker is. You're going to smash through that green wall. Kill all these mobs and stuff. Nice and easy. If you want to stay in this area for a little bit. Once these mobs are clear. And where the Arachnotron is, we actually want to jump up to that section. So just top yourself up with ammo and stuff. Climb onto this platform and you can see the big Sentinel in the background. The big mech in the background. Look to the left. And you can actually leap over double dash right up, and you'll get yourself that 2-up extra life. Now, if you want to as well, if you did want to do the escalation encounter, but was a bit worried, maybe a bit low on lives, you can wait till the very end when you've got sort of the most extra lives, and then you can just sort of do that with the fast travel. If not, just replay the mission at any point. Now we're going to continue on and jump over like so. We do have a sentinel hammer if need be. We've got a giant worm as well. Make sure that worm dies pretty quick. Focus the worm. There we go, he's gone. You can use the little guys to top up on ammunition. We have another empowered demon. Now a not so empowered demon. Again, just check your armor, your ammo, health, all that jazz. We're going to work our way up now into this kind of a smoggy room, actually. A little bit dark and dingy. Go ahead, kill everything you can in this room. He's dead. Hell Knights galore, of course. Naturally. Keep your ammo up. Obviously, get rid of the big guys as quickly as possible. And that's one down. Another one at the top. The next collectible is actually in this room. There we go. Once we hit that checkpoint. Right, let's just top up on ammunition and all that jazz. Bit of armor there, here, there, everywhere. Right, and as you pretty much come through into this section as we did before, you can already see on the map there. On the right side, you're going to see that 1-up locked behind that cage. We need to get to this section here and work our way around. So in order to do that, we're going to have to climb up here, up this ramp on the left. And instead of using the swing bars, just want to head to where these two purple ammunition things are. And we're actually going to launch ourselves over now. This one is a bit of a big jump. And we're going to have worms at the end of it. So we're going to jump, jump, dash, dash. Just made that. Kill the worms on the way through, like so. And he's drop down, grab that extra life. Beautiful. Puts us up to 10, so you've got plenty of opportunity to get the job done and dusted, right? Alright, now we can proceed. So let me just switch to the super shotgun here. Then we're going to continue up with the next one, I believe. I'm going to jump up, swing across, and we're going to move into this area. That thing has sort of changed. The scenery changes quite a bit. Whoa. Oh, and look who it is. Let's get rid of that guy. We don't need him. I didn't like him anyway. Chop him up. Just keep going until this gate drops. Until this shield drops, should I say. There we go. Not moving very fast, but I hope we've not. I hope we're not stuck here. Looks like we may have glitched. If not, I'm just gonna have to reload that checkpoint, which is fine. Alright, what we got going on here? Let's have a look. Yeah, we may have glitched. That's the only thing with this. It does glitch out quite a bit. We can't proceed otherwise. I think more stuff is meant to spawn here. Alright, let's reload this checkpoint. That's fine. Let's try again, shall we? Alright, so let's swing up. Same process as before. And try not to kill things as fast. There we go. There we go. A lot more action going on. It happens sometimes, but fear not. Just reload that checkpoint. There we go. Pain Elemental, all kinds of stuff. We had it too easy. Let's keep an eye on that armor and ammo. And health as well, obviously. And this can get a little bit hairy. There you go, as you can see. We're all fixed up again. It happens, don't worry. I'll continue on. Wow, that was pretty cool. All the way through. Dealt with them pretty well. Clear everything you can. Mr. Purple Ronnie there. He's dead now. He was a good guy though. Alright, so from here, what we need to do is, you can see the rotating skull, so time this so it just pulls you up across on this side. And you can already see how we have this platform here. And then all we need to do is aim for the opposite side. So again, just careful of that skull, let that go by. And then latch on, jump directly over, and then jump through like so. It's going to slow us down, so from here, from distance, just zap the eyeballs. Just keep an eye on your health. You may need to get the hell out of there if so. There we go. I'm going to top ourselves up with some ammunition. Flame these guys, get some armor off them. May as well stock up as much as we can. And we're going to... Ooh, I'm going to switch to... this one before he takes over another enemy. I'm gonna zap it. So I believe if there's no more enemies left, that soul will obviously not take over anything, and that's it, which is good. A lot of the time though, a lot of the time he will take over something else. Right now we're going to enter the tank. Unfortunately we don't get to play in it. It will be cool though. Just jump on the top. And we're going to have that small cutscene. We're going to skip that. And immediately, as soon as we land, can't miss this one, Codex page, pretty much right in front of us. Nice, quick, and easy. Go ahead and just grab the Codex page. I'm going to make our way through to outside. Let's skip the cutscene. Now we're going to proceed again. I'm not sure why it didn't glory kill on that point, but use these guys to... Wow, what's going on? Invalid target, okay. Demonic Trooper. I guess we can't do much to these. They're easy enough to kill nonetheless. Just can't top up on ammunition, which is frustrating. Get out of my face, fools. I mean, they drop ammunition anyway, so you can literally just go forever. I don't know how many of these guys we've actually got to deal with here, but... Alright, cool. So now we're going to proceed with the mission. I'm going to keep going now. There's not too much to collect. So we're going to jump across, literally just use the jump, dash, 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 dash. Whoa. That's a bit tight. Bit too close for comfort. We hit the checkpoint here anyway. This thing's going to suck us in, so if you don't want to go any further, just don't go around that corner. I don't believe there's anything hiding here anyway, so nothing to check out, as you can see. Let's go ahead, make your way through. It's going to fire us all the way through. Where are we? Where am I? There we go. Now in this next area, there is a blue orb in the center. You can already see it there, but I'm not going to count that as any kind of collectible. Just use it to your advantage, really. Now, as soon as we jump on that platform, there's going to be 2 marauders, so I would switch to your super shotgun for that one, and be prepared to battle it out. I'm going to jump across. Watch out for the lasers, of course. And bam, it's marauder time. focus one at a time. Or whatever. These are pretty intense. Got double hit out. Do not charge that. Stay away from the Shrieker or whatever he's meant to be. I can't get out of it. I'm going to get the blue orb in the center there. Again, use that to your advantage. Don't just sit and die. Oh my god, these dogs. Get rid of the dogs ASAP. Switch to your shotgun again. Try again. Alright, it's one out. Once you got one gone, pretty straightforward to be honest. And oops, the Dazer. Let's play it safe here. What we got? We're good. Get rid of the Baron of Hell and he's done and dusted. That's it. Area cleared. Pretty tight, but again use that blue orb in the middle. Let's top up on ammunition here. Now I can't remember which way we came from. This way. I'm going to head that direction. And as soon as we jump over to the other side, we look slightly to the left there. You can already see we have the Codex page. So just launch yourself across. Double dash should do it. Grab the armor in the center there. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of the guys around you first. Again, they'll drop plenty of ammo. And like I say, at the far side, at the back there, you'll get your next Codex page. Nice and easy, right? So now this one, I'm going to continue on. Kill these guys. They're everywhere. Guess I went through. Whoa. Big explosion there. You can already see on the far side. Let's see if we can... there we go. Let's get rid of him from distance. And we're actually going to make our way around there now. Almost done as well. Just follow it along and go over the first bridge. You can see it right there. If you need the Sentinel hammer, you can already see we've got it all down there. Just work your way through slowly. Top up on ammunition. Make your way all the way across. And you can see we're going to actually drop down onto that platform anyway. A couple of soldiers here and there, so just go back to clear it up. And again, that hammer is there if needed. Now proceed to the very end. I'm going to try this out, actually. There you go, nice. That did actually work. All the times I was making life hard. There we go, that's easy enough. May as well use what we got. If you need to, obviously use your all weapons, BFG, whatever you need. Get you out of trouble. We are going to encounter a Doom Hunter very soon. So once you're here, we're going to cross the bridge. There's actually nothing to collect other than hammers. And we're going to get ourselves a little notification in just a second. Ignore that swing bar, by the way. Oh, so many mobs here. think we're going to have to kill that mob. It's not activating, which is fine. There we go. Make sure all mobs are dead before this cutscene happens. We have leveled up as well. Awesome. Alright, once this is all clear, go back over the bridge and activate the pedestal. And then as you can see, we now have that Doom Hunter on the far side. Kill everything, especially the Doom Hunter. May as well use it to our advantage. Not sure what happened there, but okay. Finish off everything that's out here. Then what we're going to do is enter into this green door, this first green door. And as you enter, you'll see the pillar at the back. Ignore this guy at the top for now. I don't believe... let me see if I can switch weapon here. There we go, I got rid of them. So at the back of this pillar, don't worry about him, he's just going to sit up top, we'll get him later. At the back of this pillar, you're going to have yourself another pedestal to press. Activate it, and this doorway on the right side will give you another little secret, and of course, a few enemies. Bit of a dupe going on. There you go. Grab whatever you want from the back here. Boom. Done. Dusted. Now, there is this little bridge here. You can see it. I haven't figured a way how to access it. I don't know whether we can or whether that just leads us to the boss fight. I'm not too sure, but it might not be a thing. But that is that. And then we're going to work our way up. So just continue upwards. Follow the path. You can see it going around here. That's just going to take us outside. Let's get rid of this whiplash. Wasn't too many issues. And lo and behold, we have this guy again. Come on. Come on, son. Should have him this time. There we go, nice and easy. Demolish everything you can up top. Then we're going to work our way through. We're not going to do too much here. Oh, overkill. Since when does the BFG not kill things? Imagine. And that clears everything up here. Again, this doorway does not want to open. It may be the path to the boss, like I said. Yeah. So now the final piece of the puzzle. As you can see, we pretty much only have the Codex page left. Or we do have the second encounter to do, but again, go back and do that if you must. And then in this final room, just to the left, don't go too near that portal, just to the left side here, we have a Sentinel Hammer, and of course, final Codex. And what will be the final collectible of this mission and DLC. So now all we do is enter the portal, and that's going to move us forward and finish this DLC, and that is done and dusted. It's just a case of battling out in this room and then moving on to what will be the final mission and the final boss. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it as always. Hopefully this has helped you out. I'm sorry for a little bit of a mess up here and there. Let me just pause this. Oops, that's the console command on PC. We don't want to use that. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Stick around for the next video, which will be the new Doom, of course. Dark Ages, we're going to get all collectibles on that. And then DLC will follow later on in the year. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.